Nation. Yes. Shout out to everybody, man, already in the chat right now. We appreciate you guys. Chat gang. I got my brothers here with me right now. This is the Chronicles of the Blackhole. This is OG Daniel's brainchild here right now. Me and Captain here to just, Captain's here to stir the ship. Or how do you say it? Steer the ship.
You do steer the ship. Make sure that you're on the right course. Set your rudder. Okay. You're at the ship's wheel. You have your helmsman on the wheel. Okay, which OG was a helmsman.
There you go.
And then you got your other navigation crew up there. So you got your skivvy wavers, your signalman, making sure that all of the communications are right. And then you usually got some dumb ass lieutenant who's a junior officer who doesn't know how to do shit. But they gotta learn. They gotta learn. Right, OG?
The conning officer.
Yeah, there you go. The conning officer, and they're young kids, and God help them. But
actually, I was a quartermaster with and I was a certified master helmsman because I had over 10,000 hours on the helm.
There you go.
Shout out to Raider Squid. Shout out to Bash. Shout out to Terrence L. As always, everybody saying what's up, OG? What's up, Cap? Shout out to B. Al. Shout out to everybody in the chat already, man. I just had to tweet it out real quick. Let's get this rolling. We're gonna start this simple, man. How was the Hall of Fame experience in person, Captain Jack? Take the floor, my brother.
Okay, well, I can honestly say that first off, if you can ever go to the Hall of Fame, even if the Raiders don't have the ceremony there, even if you just go on a regular weekend, every football fan needs to go to the NFL Hall of Fame. And I say this for everybody that is a fan of all sports. If your number one deal is basketball, make sure you go to the Basketball Hall of Fame up in Massachusetts. If you are a hockey fan, make the trip to, I think it's Toronto, to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame. I've been to both the NFL Hall of Fame and the Baseball Hall of Fame in Canton, and true sports fans make sure that they go to the Hall of Fame. But it's an experience to go. You're there with history. You see all of the things that are there, and I can tell you, having been to the Hall of Fame of old,
yes,
and the newest iteration, that they've had so many fantastic improvements to the Hall of Fame, and it's only going to get better and better as they put more stuff onto that campus. Now, the experience of the weekend was wonderful, and I got to give shout outs to specifically to Rhinestone, who pretty much did a lot of the planning for the weekend with Raider Nation that was done. Thank you for all that you did. She put together pretty much everything that was there for that. So big shouts to Raider Rhinestone for that.
Rhinestone.
The events were wonderful, having everybody there and getting everybody to coalesce into the activities. There was the parade that was there on Saturday, and watching everybody. Now, unfortunately, I missed the parade. I was tired. I'm sorry, I slept through it. But I saw pictures of the parade through all the people that were there, getting a chance to see the folks that were going into the hall, along with a bunch of the other folks there. Fantastic memories for just the parade. And the parade used to be like a little rinky-dink, like maybe 2 miles long and maybe 20 minutes or whatnot. But they've even expanded the parade through Canton to make it more of an event. So that's one thing. Make sure don't be a schmuck like me and sleep through it. Go to the parade when you can. Go to the parade, and then the campus. Like I said, the Hall of Fame itself. There's a whole bunch of activities there. They have the the NFL players, the Hall of Famers are doing the signings right there on campus. Fantastic events. You will run into people you don't even know. you run into, like when I was parking my car and I was in an area where I wasn't sure whether I was going to get a ticket or not. This lady behind me says, "Hey, pirate, can we park here?" And I kind of said, "I'm sorry, lady. I asked the other guy, and I don't know if we can or not." And I noticed her jersey. It was a 31 Steelers jersey. And I said, "Is that a Donnie Shell jersey?" And she goes, and she's pointing at it. I said, "Y'all must be family." And she goes, "Yeah." So I got a chance just for a couple quick seconds talking to the family members, Hall of Famers. You're going to see them running around.
That's dope.
And it, it's such a memorable thing, walking and talking with everybody. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the only times when you get that good feeling of, even when you have the rivals. And I have a picture of myself, a father who's a Kansas City fan and his son who's a Broncos fan. He was actually a Peyton fan. And I said, "Dude, where did you go wrong?" Okay. But I gotta give the kid props because he followed Peyton when he left Indianapolis to be a Bronco. And I said, "Hey, that's being a fan." He was more of a Peyton fan than an Indy fan, so he did follow him and he stayed true even afterwards. So, you see a lot of different people, you run into them, you take pictures with a bunch of the other, and again, I hate the term super fans, but we get together and we take pictures with each other. It's a really fun experience, taking pictures with everybody, having a good time. And then, of course, the Flores signing event itself, where there was lots of Raiders there. Ken Thompson was there as one of the MCs of the night. Coach Flores is sitting down. You have Henry Lawrence there, Mike Ciani, Van McElroy, a couple other people that were there. And it was nice get together. And I went to the wrong place to begin with, and I walked down all dressed up, and I'm like, "So I'm here," and I'm like, I noticed that there's really nobody there. And I'm like, "I'm here for the Raiders." And the lady says, "You're at the wrong place." When I was like, "Oh, that's not good." But the good thing.
Real quick, Cap. Real quick, before you finish this, real quick. Shout out to Terrence, man. He's putting both our brothers' links in the comment section. You guys make sure to go subscribe to Captain Jack and OG Daniel's YouTube channels. They're both in the comment section. Shout out to my brother Terrence L for always looking out, man. We appreciate you, brother. Cap, go ahead, man. Point. Yeah, always. Hey, Terrence is the guy. I mean, he's the GOAT, man.
In fact, Terrence was one of the most valuable crewmates on the show last night. So he's going to go for a spin. And when people participate in my shows, I pick people that participate for most valuable crewmates. They go into a spin for the wheel, and they can win fabulous prizes of a $20 gift certificate, which I still owe Daniel one.
We're all like sailors. Terrence is like a SEAL team member.
Good, awesome.
Shout out to Terrence.
Going out there, I picked up. Long story. I know I talk a lot. I picked up 5 Raider fans who were at the wrong bar as well. I had a minivan that was given to me for the weekend. So Raider Nation taking care of Raider Nation, threw them all in the minivan. We went to the right place, got everybody there. And, they said, "Hey, gas, and dude, this is what we do." I didn't want to take any money from it. I said, "Okay, well, I'll have a shot." So the guy bought me a shot of Grand Marnier. If you see the captain, make sure you have some Grand Marnier on it, because I don't drink shit. I drink good stuff. Okay?
Grand Marnier is my drink.
If you're going to have Grand Marnier, get the 67-year-old. I know it's expensive, but so worth it.
See, I'm one of those guys. I mix the Grand Marnier with the Hennessy. That's just how I grew up. So.
Oh, well, see, I've never had that. I'll have to try that.
Yeah,
67-year-old Grand Marnier is about $100 a bottle, and trust me, it doesn't taste like Grand Marnier. It tastes like you're drinking liquid gold. It's amazing.
Okay. Hey, real quick, I want to ask you this, because I want everybody starting to ask questions now about Tom Flores, our topic of the night. We already know. We all seen Charles Woodson. We seen Flores go up there in their speeches, and I loved it. I mean, look, I loved Right when I seen Seawood come out in the black and silver suit, I already knew what time it was. I'm like, the last word he's going to say is going to be Raiders because that's just what it is. But we knew Seawood was a first ballot kind of guy. We knew what that was. The topic is Tom Flores. How did it feel to finally see him on that stage after all these years of us huffing and puffing and screaming like a motherfucker to get him in the Hall of Fame, to finally put that jacket on, man? What was that moment like, Cap?
Well, it was, if you listen to, and by the way, if you weren't there, you actually had a better view of what was going on and you could hear everything, because I was straining to hear what the coach was saying, and I caught most of it, but there was some parts that I didn't get a chance to hear. So actually this weekend, my pet peeve is I'm going to go back and actually watch the Flores and the Woodson speeches because I missed some of it. But, you know, when Tom made the crack, you know, it was very hard to get there because it only took him, 35, 40 years, whatever it was, you know, because it was overdue. And I tell you what, one of the hugest slights against the coach was 2 years ago. He was on the final 15.
Yeah.
And he should have made it in 2019. And the fact that he didn't make it was horrible. And I read an article about that where he took it in, and it was really hard for him. And he didn't say anything because that's the way coach is. You know, he's not a bitcher. He's not a complainer. You know, it hurt him.
Cool. The king
but he
of
took
cool.
it in. But very humble. And I'm very happy to see that the coach finally met it. I will say this. He was overdue because his record with the Seattle Seahawks, with shitty teams, when you put all those totals together, they added on to his Raider totals, and they really just skewed his coaching record when he was given a very crappy hand in Seattle. And so when you put those numbers together, he lost 14 games, 10 games, and 10 games for Seattle. You know, so you put those numbers, and it really jacks up the back end of the loss totals. If you would have just kept him for what he did as the Raiders head coach with John Madden was 100 wins in 10 years. You know, fantastic. Flores, I think, had like about 95 wins, 95, 97 wins as the Raiders head coach. And he was his own man. He was the anti-Madden. He brought everybody in the locker room together. And, you know, it was a dichotomy of John being all blustery and bitching and screaming. But Flores was the quiet professional. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that coach got in there overdue. You know, it was a shame that the snake got put in after the fact. I firmly believe that Cliff Branch is going in within the next 2 years because Drew Pearson is in, and Cliff Branch is a hell of a lot better than Drew Pearson.
Way better.
The unfortunate thing is that he's going to go in posthumously as well, and that sucks. But I'm glad that coach was alive to see it.
There you go, man. Shout out one more time, man, to my brother Cap. He had a ball out there. I was following you. I tried to get out there, man. My brother ended up flying out here. That was the week where I actually left my job to do this full time. There's a lot going on, man. And one more time, real quick, too, I want to apologize to both my bros about the communication on Tuesday. It was so last minute, man. I was out of it. I was not feeling good at all.
I ain't doing the show anymore. I'm walking out, man.
Yeah, we're going on strike.
Hey, but I appreciate you guys, man, for us to be able to redo it, man, and get it for Friday. Hey, real quick, OG.
Yeah.
I need your voice on this one, man. Give us a fond memory of Tom Flores before you get into your spill.
Fond memory? Shit, there's too many.
One that just stands out amongst all of them, like just one of those ones. Like
his first Super Bowl win.
When the team put him on
on the sidelines, and and you didn't see him get excited like that.
Yeah.
He didn't. He was very stoic, very cool, very collected. He's throwing his hands up. All these players are hugging him. He's got stick them all over his back. It was great, man. And we were supposed to lose that game because we was down in New Orleans, and the Eagles were like rule Nazis. They were very disciplined and blah blah blah. And the newspapers are saying the Raiders were out partying just because they saw Matuzak out, which he got fined because they had a curfew. And Tom Flores, like what? Why? Just why? That's all he had. I was reading this out of his book. Matuzak said, "Well, I went out to make sure none of the other guys went out. I got an excuse." And Flores had to turn around and face away from him to keep from laughing. He said, "I fined him anyway."
That's hella cool. Let me ask y'all this. I want to ask you, Cap. I think Watts kind of alluded to this kind of question. Was Tom Flores handpicked by Madden, or was this an Al Davis situation? Like, do you think that Madden had anything to do with bringing in him as his replacement?
Honestly, I don't see Madden having a role, and I might be wrong. But I really think that Al picked him because of his tenure with the Raiders. Mm-hmm. And and you got to remember, folks, that it could have backfired and just blew up because again, Madden was the like I said, a mile a minute, motherfucker was on fire, okay? Yeah. And Tom was the anti-Madden, but because of the respect that Al Davis had for Tom, remember Tom was his very first quarterback, okay? Mm-hmm. Yep. For the Raiders. He was the very first quarterback for the Raiders. Now, granted, that was before Al Davis got there, but Al Davis was there during Tom's tenure because Al came the third year of the Raiders in 1963. The Raiders started in 1960, so he was already there as the Raiders starting quarterback, and Al Davis knew how much of a professional and how an integral part of that team he was. Yes. So when Madden left and Tom was basically the offensive assistant and all the things that went with it, it was a natural progression. Like I said, it could have blown up. There was a lot of characters in that locker room that basically needed a babysitter. Yeah. But Flores was the professional to make sure that he let the players play. He said, you play within the bounds. He was kind of like, he was Madden-esque in the fact, he had the 3 rules: be on time, play like hell, and I forget what the other rule was, but, it was the same thing. You're a professional. You're there to fucking play. And that's all he wanted. And he let the guys run, and they respected him for that.
Al Davis decided this. Let me explain why. What didn't Al Davis decide? Okay.
There you go.
When he picked Gruden over Belichick, and his CEO was like trying to get Belichick, and then when he traded Gruden, Al didn't ask anybody's permission to do shit. Al was like, "This is what's going to happen. Point blank. Period." Unfortunately, in the end, there was things like Jamarcus Russell and stuff like that, even decisions on. But in the whole time Al Davis ran that team, he ran that team. Nobody else. Nobody had whatever your opinion was. That's nice. Al's going to do what Al's going to do.
So grew up in Sanger, California.
Yep.
Went to Pacific College, undrafted in 1958. As a player, Bakersfield Spoilers in 1958.
Semi-pro.
Of course, yeah, semi-pro. Of course, an Oakland Raider from 1960 to 66. Buffalo Bills 67 to 69. Chief 69. Also, for those in the nation who didn't know, as a head coach or quarterback coach, Buffalo Bills 1971. Raiders wide receivers coach 72 to 78. Head coach Oakland, LA 79 to 87, which was his longest tenure as a head coach, period. And then in Seattle, 92 to 94. And those were not, he didn't really have too many good years over there in Seattle, right?
I said 2-14 and 2-10 loss years. Yeah. But the one thing you forgot to mention there, Graphic, is the fact is Tom Flores was one of only, I think, 30 people that were in the AFL the entire tenure of the AFL from 60 to 69.
Okay.
He was in the AFL that entire time, and it was like, I think it was, like I said, one of only 20 to maybe 30 at most players that were all AFL the entire time that he was there. And, when you went to the Raiders and then the Bills and then the Chiefs, they're all AFL teams, and he was there for the entire tenure of the American Football League.
This guy has four rings.
As a player, he won a Super Bowl as a Kansas City Chief.
Yes.
As a player. As an assistant coach, he won a Super Bowl with the Raiders when he was under Madden.
Mm-hmm.
As a head coach, he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yes.
Only one other player in the NFL has ever done this. This was Dick Butkus.
No, Mike.
No. What's his name? Mike
Ditka.
Mike Ditka. Sorry, I was confused then.
Hey, okay, you got Ditka and you got God. Who you got? I got Ditka.
Well, okay. If you're in the Indianapolis 500 and Ditka's driving the team bus,
a dick in the butt. I get it.
But Ditka won as a player, as a coach, and as a head coach.
Right.
Okay. Tom Flores is the first minority to play as a quarterback, be an assistant coach. Or no, not as assistant coach, but he's the first minority head coach.
Yes.
Okay, that Vato did his shit, man, and got 2 Super Bowls. Don't play.
Okay. Technically, I got to be technical.
I got to be a testicle again.
I know, I got to be a testicle. Modern era, because Fritz Pollard was a head coach in the NFL way back in the early 20s and 30s. Okay, and if you don't know who Fritz Pollard is, fucking look him up, because that is the man, of the African Americans that were fantastic in the league.
Yeah.
Look up Fritz Pollard. But again, modern era, first Latin American coach.
Yes.
Okay. And then obviously when Art Shell became the first African American coach, modern era.
Yeah.
So again, the Raiders were always ahead of the game.
Amy Trask. Yeah.
Right.
First female CEO. Al Davis didn't give a damn about what color you were or what you had going on. He was what your gender. Al was like, no, that's the best person for the job. That's who I'm hiring. Screw you. I don't care who. He wasn't influenced by the other owners. He didn't give a damn.
Hey, real quick, good question right here from Watts. I like this. I got another one. Who were Flores' 2 running backs in 1966 in his best season?
I remember Clem Daniels.
I remember, that one. But
I remember Clem Daniels. I think it might have been Charlie Smith, but that might have been before his time. I might be mistaken there, Watts, but I think it might have been Clem Daniels. Could have been Hewitt Dixon or Charlie Smith. So those are my guesses right there. But I know Clem Daniels was one.
This was before we were born, Captain.
Yeah. Well, no, not quite, but I was one.
Yeah, I was smiling daddy's eye, okay?
Yeah, I was one.
Watts says Hewitt Dixon.
Okay, but Clem Daniels was I had Hewitt Dixon.
Yeah, you did. You just said a name. You did.
Okay, and don't forget Clem Daniels, because I have that picture with him when I was doing the Facebook, when I did the Hall of Fame thing in 2016. I said, for all you guys out there, for those that know, name this gentleman, and it was Clem Daniels.
Yep. Hey, you got, bro. I know you guys know your shit. I know Watts wanted. I know Watts was like, let me see what they got. Hey, Guinness says Raiders. Yeah, bring
it, Watts. Brother, you know it.
Hey, Watts. I started watching the Raiders in 1973. Okay, so everything I've learned before then, the first 10 years was something out of a book, bro. I didn't watch it firsthand.
Watts says that Clem Daniels went to the university that he works at down there in, I believe, Houston somewhere. So that's big. PVAMU. I don't know what. I've never heard of that. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in the chat real quick. Hold on one more time. Let me see. There was one other one. Bass says Fritz Pollard was in the Army and in the NFL.
Oh, there's a lot of guys who are in the service who went to the NFL afterwards. I met one, Roger Staubach.
Oh, wow.
And no, I met two. I met him. He did a speech when I worked for a company that was supposed to be motivated. He's not a good speaker. And then I met Lieutenant Junior or Ensign McCallum at the Long Beach Naval Station, Napoleon McCallum. I actually saluted him because I was like, oh, okay, is there zero? Officer. And I was like, hey, sir. And he looked at me. I was like, great game. And he's like, thanks, man. He shook my hand. He was like, down to earth. Officers don't do that. They don't shake your hand. I was on my way to the Navy Exchange to get me a 1/4-pound chili dog. And I ran into this guy. And it was cool. So, yeah, I met a couple of military guys that were exited. They were officers from the academy who went into the Navy and then did their time and went to the NFL.
I actually, quick story. My lieutenant in England was the son of the other Heisman Trophy winner at Navy. His father was Joe Bellino. And so when I met him, I'm a petty officer first class, and he said, "Yeah, here's your division officer, Lieutenant Bellino." And I said, "Sir, are you related to the Heisman Trophy winner?" He goes, "Yeah, how do you know about that?" I said, "Sir, I'm all sports all the time." So he was my division officer in England was Joe Bellino's kid. They both went to the academy, by the way. Really great guy, because remember, Annapolis has had two Heisman Trophy winners, Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach. West Point has had three. I can't remember their names, but remember, West Point was the shit in college football, which is why, what is it? Vince Lombardi got all of that because he was at the point, and that's where he started his career at. So remember, with Doc Blanchard was one of the Heisman Trophy winners, and the other two guys who I can't remember. But remember, the West Point was the shit in college football, kind of like what Notre Dame was back when as well. So just more history for you guys.
Real quick, because everybody's asking. Okay, I want some more Tom Flores.
Me too.
What are we doing with Tom Flores? I need some more stories, y'all. I need some more stories.
Well, I'm gonna start off. The one thing that I can tell you about Coach is that I used to see him regularly at the Hilton Airport. I would stay at the Hilton Airport, for the Raider games, and every time I saw him, I'd be eating breakfast, and the man was very affable. I mean, you can go up to him, and I felt bad about it because the guy pretty much never got a moment alone.
Yeah,
but he was always accommodating to Raider fans that would come up to him and ask him things, and I had him sign one of my objects right there. I think my first Flores signature, I had him there, and I felt bad because again I wasn't gonna see him otherwise, but he was always just the nicest guy, the nicest gentleman, and would sit and talk with you with his wife there, and again, whenever you would see him, genuine and just wonderful to all Raider fans. So, I mean, I'm very glad that I've had that interpersonal relationship with Coach.
That's fine.
So Tom Flores, let me tell you what, he was a manager of people. And what I mean by that is one of the things you learn in management is don't generalize anything. Handle each person that's working for you as an individual, as that person. Tom Flores let them be themselves and understand. You're talking about managing guys like Matuzak, Alzado, all these Art Shell, like all these different personalities that were somewhere out of control.
Yeah,
Matt Miller.
That story about John Matuzak, where I read the thing from the book, and it said, you can't do this, you can't do that. Basically, he pulled Matuzak aside and said, stop getting fucked up before the games. Go be getting drunk and high before the damn games. And that's what he was bitching at Matuzak about. Because that's what Matuzak would do. He's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm getting drunk,
Yeah, straight up.
Well, it wasn't just him. There were other Raiders doing it at the time. I love the old footage of guys sitting on their helmets on the sideline smoking cigarettes. And Flores ain't saying shit. He don't give a damn. He's like, all right. He had a lot of crazy characters. Not just the defense.
So OG, so what was the difference? This is for both of y'all. What was the difference between the teams that Flores had and the teams that Madden had? Because, Madden only got one of them, and he fought hard for that one. And there was a few that slipped out of our hands.
Years to get that one.
Yeah. So what was the difference between, their coaching styles, I guess, the teams that they had, the scheme? I mean, what was it that separated these two guys?
They both ran a 3-4 defense, for one. But, you got players coming and going. Certain guys from Madden's defense and offense were gone when he won that Super Bowl by the time Flores came in, and he picked up more of the Flotsam and Jetsam of the NFL, like the guys who were unacceptable. I mean, he followed that still.
Yeah.
But he also, the guys they picked up in the draft, the guys that they didn't get in the draft that he picked up later, like Plunkett.
Yeah.
Okay. Plunkett, I think, was the difference.
Now, actually, in my estimation, the biggest difference was the fact is that Madden's teams faced the Shula Dolphins and the Knowles Steelers. Because if you look at who the Raiders had to beat in order to get there each year, they would always run into the Dolphins, or they would always run into the Steelers. And these were the dominant teams in the 70s. You take that team and put them anywhere else, maybe a little bit earlier or a little bit later, the Raiders have more Super Bowl wins than anybody, because they would always hit the Steelers and lose to the Steelers, or if they beat the Steelers, they would run into the Dolphins and lose to the Dolphins. The one thing I would say about the fact is that the Raiders had a winning record against Don Shula and the Dolphins. Don Shula only beat him one time in the playoffs. Okay. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, the one time that he beat him was obviously when they needed to go and go for that perfect season and whatnot. They beat him, I think it was like 27-10. Okay. The Raiders were the actual team to beat the Dolphins the very next year, and they would have fucking beat them the year prior if it hadn't been for the Immaculate Deception, because they would have played the Dolphins then instead of, that bullshit call in Pittsburgh. But again,
we're angry about the Tuck rule, but we're also the old guys are angry about that bullshit too.
Right. It's a matter that Madden would run into either Knoll or Shula, and mostly it was Knoll because again, we beat Shula when we needed to. Shula only had one victory over the Raiders in the playoffs. Yeah. But you take that away, and then when the Raiders did get that Super Bowl, and they needed that extra kick. Okay, they went out and they got Haynes because they'd won the Super Bowl under Flores. They had won the Super Bowl, and then the next year they couldn't even beat the Jets. Okay, and they were the best team, and now I think that was the strike shortened year. They couldn't even beat the Jets, and they were the best team in the AFC, and the Jets beat them. So they needed to pick up that one influential player, and they went up and they got Mike Haynes from the Patriots. And you put Haynes on the other side of Hayes, and that was the reason why in Super Bowl
you're shut down,
we won that Super Bowl.
So is it kind of like
though when Flores had a quarterback, I forgot the guy's name now, but he got injured in Game 5, and we were at 2-2. Yeah, And what happened?
Watch just mentioned him right now. Watch just mentioned him. Yeah.
Plunkett. Yeah. Plunkett came in, and that was the end of this other guy's career. He was a backup. Plunkett was another big contributor that people underestimate, and that he should be in the Hall of Fame also. Hayes, Plunkett, Tatum, Branch.
Oh my God!
We're getting screwed.
One more.
The assassin.
I said Tatum.
Oh, you said a Tatum? Okay.
Steve Wisniewski.
Yes, my boy.
Should have always been a Raider.
He was.
No, he was.
He played his whole career as a Raider.
His entire
whole career as you're talking about his son.
Was a Raider.
You're talking about his son. You're talking about his son, OG.
No, Steve Wisniewski played for the Broncos for many years.
No.
And then he played for the Raiders.
Bill Romanowski. You talking about Bill Romanowski?
Romanowski. You're right. Oh.
Yeah.
It's some Polish names are confusing.
No. Hey, no. Wiz was a Raider. He drafted a Raider, retired a Raider.
Right.
Wisniewski should be in. Romanowski was our Bronco guy.
But it kind of sounds to me like, and let me know if this makes any sense to you, Cap. It sounds like those Madden teams. It was like those Suns, Trailblazers, and Utah teams. You got there, and then you faced Jordan. It was like Pittsburgh, Miami. It's like you just could not get over that hump. Yep. It was just Jordan's league. You know what I mean? It kind of sounded like that until Flores kind of came in. And, Madden got one eventually, but people are saying Terry McDaniel as well. I don't know if he has Hall of Fame stats. And I'm a huge
Terry McDaniel, fantastic Raider.
Yes.
Not Hall of Fame.
No.
Eligibility. And I had an argument with some asshole after the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, a drunk Raider fan. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to tell you something that's going to piss off Graphic. I'm going to say something that's going to piss off Graphic.
Oh shit.
Sebastian Janikowski is not a Hall of Famer. He is not.
That won't piss me off.
Okay, because I know that he's your guy.
No. OG was heavy on that. No, it's not with me.
Who did you say was not a Hall of Famer?
Sebastian Janikowski.
Piss in your hat. Go piss in your hat. We're done. I'm coming down to Florida. Me and you gonna fight.
Since everybody's complaining about my blue hat, I'm gonna go throw my black and silver on.
Okay,
get blue hat.
No, but look, like I said, you get Lester Hayes in, Cliff Branch will go in. Okay, you get Steve Wisniewski in. Okay, Branch. There are 4 guys, and honestly, and I said this a while. Maybe one other one, which would be Eric Allen, who played for the Eagles and then with the Raiders. Eric Allen is probably the 5th guy. But I'm telling you, folks, I'm going to say another dirty word.
If you say Jamarcus Russell, we're going to fight.
No, fuck you.
Look, Bass is a Hall of Fame Raider. If we have a Hall of Fame, Bass goes down as a Hall of Fame Raider. It's very hard to say he's a Hall of Fame kicker.
Right. If they're gonna put a kicker in the Hall of Fame, it's gonna be Vinatieri.
Yes. Easy.
But again, I'm sorry, Janikowski, great guy, not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. And I love that. Like Seabass is one of my favorite players of all time. So, but I completely understand what you're saying, Cap. I get it. I get it, brother.
Back to Tom Flores.
I'm analytical. You gotta look at your shit.
Yeah, I don't care your anal whatever. Let's get back to Tom Flores.
Go ahead, OG. What do you got to say? Talk that shit. Let's go.
So here's the thing. I want to know something. I saw somebody in the chat, Jack Kenna.
Yeah.
And who's our other old guy who comes into the chat?
Vital's not here.
Are they here?
Vital's not here right now, I don't think.
Damn. I'd love to have both of those guys join us.
Vital said he will join one of these soon.
Party.
Yeah.
Jack Kenna. What about him?
Kenna, hey, brother, anytime you want to pull up, you already know. All you got to do is say, hey, send me the invite. And you're here. You know who else wanted to sit back and talk some history with us tonight was Stuart Schweigert. He hit me up. Yeah, he hit me up right before we went live, and he said, "What you old fucks going to talk about tonight?" And I said,
"It's funny.
Well,
when I talked to him last time, Napoleon McCallum was 10 years before him.
Yeah.
If Stuart's watching, hey, I want you on my show.
He told me that he popped in yesterday and was commenting in your comment section.
I missed it then. Stuart, get with me. Get with Graphic to get with me.
I'll definitely link him up with you, man.
You can't get with me. I can't go live yet. I'm too new. Hey, dude, I bullet headed today. Got all cleaned up.
Dude,
my wife told me, grow your goatee back because you look like Uncle Fester. And I'm like, really? I thought I looked like Shrek, but she's like Uncle Fester with a
No, I agree. It's Fester.
I see Fester for sure.
Of course. I got to get the goatee back. No.
All you need to do is stick a fucking light bulb in your face, and it's Fester.
Yeah, I know. But it's hot, man. It's hot. I got the air conditioner on me, and it's hot.
Kenneth said, Stu comes on, I can't get a word in.
No, Jack, come on.
Nah, it's all love. Hey, a little more. Until we they pull back up, man, or some emails. Give me another fond memory cap of the topic of this show, man.
Well, and again, you guys got to remember that I never saw Tom Flores as a Raider player. Okay, I'm old, but I never saw him as a Raider player. So my memories of him is the stuff that I get a chance to see, like you guys. Look up the old videos and things like that. But I will have the memories of the things that I do know that I've read about and I've had people talk to me about. The one thing that I liked was reading, again, Flores being the consummate professional, okay? Mm-hmm. And being, so mellow and just, just takes things with a grain, just, what do you call it? Namaste type shit, okay? Yeah. Very mellow, okay? Matt Millen had the audacity to bitch at Coach Flores when he's coming off the field, and he was a rookie at the time. And, Matt Millen's going off on the coach, and, and Flores is talking back, just saying, and Matt like, motherfucker, like this, and kick him. You know who kick him is? Kick him in the head, Ted.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
My boy Ted.
Kickham says, hey, Rook, that's a good way of getting your ass cut. Shut the fuck up.
Ted Hendricks.
Because
Ted Hendricks was a fucking character himself.
Flores would be like, hey, just, get your stuff. And he might have swore, but he did it even in such a nice way. He could say, fuck you, and it would come out, Fouquet-vous, whatever he would do, he would do it eloquently and in a great way. And that's, again, and he was a hard ass without the brass, he did everything that he needed to do with that team. Like I said, he was Reggie Jackson stirring that shit too, but he did it in the great manner that he did. And I love the fact that they finally recognized him for it.
Iron fist with a velvet glove.
Yeah, tell me, everybody you talk there. He was talking about Ted Hendricks.
Yes, and Hendricks was a character himself.
Great guy, good friend of mine.
And Flores had to deal with his personality also. But yeah, Hendricks was a smart guy. He was real smart.
Chat gang, while we're talking, I want you guys to put in the next topic for the next show that we do. We always do this. We want everybody's opinion. We still got plenty to talk about Tom Flores, but I want you guys to put in the comment section who should be the next guy. Me personally, I'm thinking Plunkett, but if everybody can agree with that, I would love to talk about Jim Plunkett, but there may be other guys that people want to talk about. So put them in there.
We only got 60 years of history to go through. I'll be dead before I can complete this mission.
Bass, I think Al Davis needs to be the one that before we hand this show off and we put it somewhere else, that has to be that has to be the last hurrah. That's
the last hurrah on this channel.
Yeah. Well, see, and we can't take this show until you get OG up to 1,000 subscribers, and we can't take the show until you get me over 2,000. So you motherfuckers need to subscribe and tell other people to subscribe and watch, because we can't take the show. We love being here, by the way, but we can't take it and put it on our platforms until you guys subscribe and love.
That's a perfect segue.
I ain't got enough subscribers to even go live, so
that's a perfect segue. You see the bottom down there, y'all. It's on the ticker. Make sure, and Terrence has been putting the comments in the comment section as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to Captain Jack Rackham on YouTube and OG Daniel's new page, The Chronicles of the Blackhole. They're both in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to our brothers. A lot of people saying feet white. We subscribed already. We subscribed. So
and watch the shows. If you subscribe, I want to see more views, because then I know you're watching the shows. I love you. I do this shit out of love. I do this shit out of love, man. I don't got enough time in the motherfucking day.
You're blood pressure. You're gonna blow out a vessel.
I am gonna blow up. They're gonna say, "What killed Captain?" You know. And Squid said it. Squid said it. I can fucking cuss on this channel. I can't fucking do it on my channel, but I give you great entertainment without swearing.
Yeah, but you know what? I like doing it on this channel because you can't swear on your channel. You get to have more outlet here and blow a vessel and cuss.
Yeah, so, hey, you know, OG can come over here, cuss, fall asleep, you know, get drunk.
I don't wear that Bobby hat no more. I don't wear that Bobby hat because I'm sitting down there, my cigarette thing jammed up. I'm sitting
I will come on. I will come on. Even when we take the show, and again, thank everybody.
You're number one, Doc.
Even when we do the show on our channel,
I'm gonna be there.
You're gonna be there, and I will come over to your channel so I can fucking cuss when I want to.
And I'm gonna share it as well. Every time I go over there, I'm gonna share it on my Twitter, share it on my feeds, and we're gonna make sure that we can get our guys out as much as possible, because that's what we're here for, man. At the end of the day, there should be no reason why I'm coming up on 9,000 subscribers and my bros don't have the same. At the end of the day, we're all equal. My guys should have the same amount of subscribers as me, period, point blank. So subscribe to our guys, man. That's what it's about.
Be careful, because Jack's about to tell everybody to get the fuck off his lawn. Anyway.
Well, he said I needed to piss in my hat, so, you know, I'm going
to... There we go.
Oh, shit.
OG, give me another story, man. Give me another story of Tom Flores, our recent Hall of Fame inductee, man. Hey, that shit has a ring to it. Our new Hall of Fame inductee, Tom.
Well, we actually have inductees.
Whoa. We're going to save that one, because at some point, I don't care how old you motherfuckers are, we're going to do a show on Charles Woodson. So, period, point blank. So,
oh shit, I'll be 106 by the time we get to him. But okay, no, you know what? Oh, my dog's gone nuts. We've got Flores. I remember we had to play Washington. It was 83, 84 season. And Flores was out there. I don't even think he celebrated. I think everybody else celebrated. He was standing there like, all gangsta. You know, like, nah, I knew this was going to happen. We were the biggest underdogs. Everybody said, oh, you're going to lose. Well, actually, the Super Bowl before that, when we were the first wild card team to win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Bam.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, the Eagles are going to kick here. I remember this. Okay. Well, didn't happen. We blew them out. Then we played Washington 2 years later. And everybody's like, oh, they got John Riggins. Yeah, okay. John Riggins was done playing after the first quarter because Lyle Alzado popped him in the knee. And we blew them out. What was that, 38 to what?
38-9.
Thank you.
27-10, 32-14, 38-9.
We didn't lose.
That
we won Super
shit.
Bowls by big margins because we were the underdogs in every damn one of them. Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna get blown out. And just win, baby, back in those days was not a slogan. It was what you lived by. You know, go back and watch the night. It's on YouTube. 1975 season, week 1, we took on the Pittsburgh Steelers. 6 minutes left in the game. We're down 28-14. I saw that game. I knew the outcome and still chewed off all my damn fingernails watching it. Okay. We came back and won that in the last 6 minutes, 31-28. Because just win, baby, was not a slogan. It's what you did as a Raider. That's why us old guys believe so hard.
Yeah,
That's why you got to watch some of them old vintage games and watch this stuff. And you will chew off every fingernail you have. You will do it. You will not. You'll be down to the nubs, and then we'll win, and you'll be like, I knew we were going to win. What the hell?
Hey, a lot of people are saying we got to do Alzado next.
Well, Alzado, unfortunately, if he ever does go in the Hall of Fame, will be in posthumously as well.
Yeah.
They won't allow him in because he admitted to using steroids, and I don't know if I'm emotionally going to be able to handle that one because I met him a couple of times and hung out at his bar with him one afternoon. It was just me and him in the bar. He had a bar a block away from the art publishing company I worked for. And I was just sitting there in awe, still talk shit to him. You know, I told him, I was like, well, let me ask you a question. You got this bar, you have any decent bouncers? And he looked at me and smiled and went, he pulled up this thing that was bigger than my fucking leg. It was his arm. And I'm like, oh shit. And we're laughing. After I got done, I tipped him and I went, wait a minute, I just tipped a millionaire. And he turned around and looked at me and goes, yeah, you fucking did.
Hey, OG Watt said, I'm going to put up that game for you. I already got it. The Saints 1979 game.
No. Not since Saints 79. 1975, week 1, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, okay. And speaking of the Steelers, JP, man, shout out to my boy from One True Nation podcast. He said the entire Steel Curtain admitted to using steroids as well. Back then, everyone did.
Yeah, they did. They used stick them in steroids. And you know what? Put them in the freaking Hall of Fame. Alzado should be in there.
Yeah. I got another Flores quick story as well.
Let's go.
And again, this one entails again getting that final piece for the last Super Bowl win that we had in Tampa, and it was bringing Michael Haynes over from the Patriots.
Patriots, right.
And Michael Haynes said that, you know, when they're about ready to do that last game, they're playing the AFC Championship game. And he was expecting this, you know, big fire and brimstone speech from Flores before the game. And Flores basically takes everybody into the room. And I can't remember the exact wording of it, but basically it was very low key. You know, gentlemen, we got a big game tomorrow. We've had big games this year. You know, we got one more big game to go. Let's go out there, you know, do your job. See you guys tomorrow. And it was low key as hell. And Mike Haynes was like, wow. He was expecting this, you know, like a Rudy speech, you know, like you see the guy Dan Devine in the locker room, you know, with the whole nobody comes into our house, you know, something, you know, like even like a Newt Rockney speech. If you guys don't know who Newt Rockney is, please fucking look him up too. Okay. Okay. He expected that. And the fact is, and Mike Haynes said, you know, looking back on it, it was the perfect thing because it was low key. It didn't stress anybody out. They knew that they had another big game to play. They went out there and they won that AFC Championship game. and he went on obviously to win the Super Bowl. And like OG was saying, we were heavy underdogs to the Redskins because the Redskins just pummeled the Dolphins the year before, not when Marino was the quarterback, but when Woodley was the quarterback, and they were supposed to pummel us, and we turned the trick and pummeled them.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Shout out to Jesus. He said, what's their channels? They're in the comment section, brother, but also right here in the ticker. Just go to YouTube, where you are now. Go find Captain Jack Rackham and OG channel. It's the Chronicles of the Blackhole. But they're both inside the comment section. They've been all through there all night. But if you can't find them, I'll put them back in there as well. But they're right here on the ticker. So make sure.
As funny as your wife picked out the name of my channel, pretty much, didn't she?
Yep.
Yep. And when I heard it, understand, I'm a big fan of the movies Chronicles of Riddick. And when she said that, I was like, and I told my wife, and she's like,
She said she was like, I love the name of that. She was like, I love
it. It was
name.
Perfect. She picked it out. Another thing is, my wife and I watched Tom Flores' speech. And we also watched, there was only one other, no, we watched two other speeches. We watched 24, Woodson. We watched, what's his name, forehead? Peyton Manning. Thanks, honey. Mm-hmm. And we're like, But we watched Woodson's speech and we watched Flores' speech, and we both sat here laughing and weeping. You're like, Flores' speech had you laughing and weeping, and Woodson's speech, it was mostly weeping. And I'm glad y'all didn't get to see that mess, because I was blubbering. There was a lot of Kleenex involved and all that. But, dude, that was when Flores came out and stood himself out of that wheelchair and grabbed that podium, and I'm like, I know he's hurting. He hurt the whole time through that speech, but he managed to. He pulled it off great. He said, I'm old school. I will use that teleprompter. Like, nice.
Hey, real quick, Squid, I appreciate the comment, and I see what you just did on oaklasvegas.com, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the support. He says, Jim Otto, from what learning from y'all, was the first Mr. Raider. We still got to talk more about Jim Otto as well. We got a lot to talk about. Like,
we got 60 years of history to go through.
And actually, I'm glad that you said that, Squid, because the younger generation, and Noah, and I know this is going to sound shitty, because whenever say no offense meant you're going to offend somebody, you're going to offend somebody. When you ask a newer generation Raider fan, who's Mr. Raider, they always say Tim Brown. And us old school know that Mr. Raider is Jim Otto. And again, that's no defamation to Tim Brown, but
Tim Brown's one of the greatest.
It's the years that you grew up with, okay? Yeah. Jim Otto is Mr. Raider. Tim Brown might be the new generation,
my generation
Raider.
Yes.
But Jim Otto, with the amount of pain, the amount of things that he went through, the fact that he has no fucking knees, played through all of that, the operations that he's had, the debilitating injuries, and to be there every fucking game, is phenomenal. Okay?
And he's
Jim
still
Otto,
out there.
Mr. Raider.
He's still out there.
But a lot of things some people don't know about Jim Otto. His first year in, he had a different number. I forgot what it was.
50.
But then when he chose 00,
50.
It was a play on his name. When you buy there's a type of gun called a 30-06, 3006. 0 is Ott. So he went Otto and got the double zeros. That number is the only Raiders number that is retired, and it was retired by the NFL because they don't allow it anymore. But the Raiders don't retire numbers. Yeah. They don't have that thing going on. Yeah. Otto's number is the only one retired.
I have to say this too, man. Tom Flores, from being from Latin descent, man, and being able to have be a head coach back then in those days, And then, man, that speaks volumes about who Al Davis was and who Tom Flores was. I know he had to probably deal with a lot of bullshit, man. The good thing was he coached in Oakland and LA, where two places where nobody really give a fuck about what color you were. I mean, as long as you win games, shit, that's all you really want. But to see a guy of Mexican descent, man, like be that oh shit.
That's Jim Otto's old number, his first year.
Holy shit.
Signed. Oh, you bastard. Jealousy. This guy's got more memorabilia.
There we go. Hey, real quick, while he's doing that, and that jersey is fire as shit. Oh, you know who had one last night? Stu had one. He has to show you guys his too. Fire, Jim Otto jersey. OG channel is right here. Terrence just put it up, and he also got captains right here as well, man. So make sure you guys subscribe to our brothers' channels. Most definitely. Let me see. Wow, that's amazing, bro. That's crazy. I've never seen
more questions from the chat, man. I want to talk to these guys.
I told you there's a reason why I had to leave to get it.
Shout out to Stu in the chat, man.
Stu, come on, man. Jump in.
Let me
Stuart, let me know. You're gonna come on. You're gonna come on and do a segment with me sometime as well, shipmate.
Let me see. If
we have to do a proper introduction.
Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Raiders safety, Stuart
I just sent him the invite. You just seen it. We'll see if Stu gonna pull up real quick. And I'm gonna be out there in Vegas in week 1 with him, man. We're definitely gonna link up and do some shows, and we got some new guests on the way too, man. We're about to have some fun. Squid says yes, it's about to get on another level of fuckery when Stu joins. Yes, my brother Stu does not give a fuck. He gonna come on and talk that shit. Hey, Stu.
Likes his Red Bulls, baby. That's Stuart, man. High energy.
Thank you, Terrence. Just subscribe. Shout out to my bro, Jesus. He finally got the links. Appreciate you, brother, for following our brothers, man.
Stuart was a great fumble hunter. Yes. That ball hit the ground. He was on it.
There you go. Hold on.
He didn't cause the fumble.
Yo, Stu.
And we're frozen.
What's up, brother?
Like to build a snowman.
Captain.
Yes, sir.
Frozen.
I came on your show yesterday and said what's up.
Sir, I apologize. When I do my show, I can't read all of the comments. And
I wasn't telling you that because I was mad. You were in your zone, so I was just like, hey, what's up? And then I dipped out. But I did stop in yesterday.
Well, sir, thank you. And apologize for me not seeing it.
Well, you should fucking apologize. That was bullshit.
Well, motherfucker, make sure you notice next time.
No, like you were in the zone. I'm like, you know what? I think you were talking. What were you talking about?
Was it? Yeah, I was gonna say, what was I talking about? Because I go here and there and everywhere. So you know,
like a contest or something. Were you promoting a contest or something, or?
Probably. I was saying that when people, I think graphic says when they wipe their feet that means that it's either an up, or if they give if you wipe your feet. But also if you give me a tip via like the what do you call it, the
super chat.
There you go, super chat tips. Every time somebody gives a $5 donation, I put them in a prize wheel for the captain's treasure chest of prizes. And like I said, you can win stuff like this.
That's fine.
The Jack Daniels Raider Edition prize box. You can win the Vegas Nation, brand new, never been out of its binder, still in its plastic book. You can win the Bo Jackson framed, not signed, but framed picture. And there's lots of other stuff. So that's why I like to make sure.
Get them.
So, Captain.
Sir.
You got to be careful about saying that you like tips. I wasn't sure at first what kind of tips you were talking about.
Donations.
Okay. All right.
Donations.
You said I do
love. Hey, I went to Canton because people told me that there was a bunch of busts in Canton. I said I'm all about busts. Then I saw all of these. You know,
hey, Cap. If you missed the last show that we had, Stu likes Jamal Anderson's bust as well.
Oh man, don't even.
Motherfucker. Hey, real quick.
I think the last Raider to have bust was Jamarcus Russell.
Hey, Stu, I gotta ask you this. I gotta ask you real quick, because while we're here and we're doing this show, right? This is an OG show.
Wait, hold on. I want to put something on for Jack.
Okay, there we go. We about to go change up real quick. I think I know where he's going with it too.
God, I hope there's no Mankini involved.
You like that, but no.
Shout out to my brother Stu, man. Always comes on and we have a fucking ball with my guy, man. And trust me, Cap, we're gonna slide over there, man, and get on one of your shows as well, brother. Stu loves this shit, bro. So it would not be a problem at all, man.
Hey, I gotta show something. I gotta show something. Would anybody be interested in getting one of these?
Me.
What is it?
What is it?
It's a towel.
It's a t-shirt.
Oh, it's a shirt? I thought it was a towel.
No, it's a t-shirt.
That shit's fire, man. I would love one.
This
what do I have to do?
One of one. This is the only one that's been made.
What do I got to buy it at, man?
Well, what I will do is once I figure out the gentleman that gave me this t-shirt, if I am able to make them, I will show everybody. Oh, there it is, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I got it signed too. I don't know if you can see or not, but
we were just talking about that jersey.
So
we were just talking about that jersey. While Cap goes to grab his jersey, I want to ask you this, Stu. Do you have any your time playing with the Raiders, drafted the Raiders?
Hey, dude, check this out. You'll like this joint.
Oh yeah, the Reebok. I love all the Reebok Raiders shit.
You see it, right, Stu?
I know it. It's awesome. Yeah, hell yeah.
Stu, any Tom Flores stories?
Huh?
Do you have any Tom Flores stories?
I just saw. I have a Jim Plunkett story, but
we'll take that too.
I never talked to. I saw him a little bit, but I didn't really like. I just kind of waved at him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have an interaction with him. But I do have. So you're talking about auctioning stuff off. I do have. I think you'll like this, Jack. I got one of these right there.
What the hell? Oh my God.
Extra large.
I do have John Kingdon's shorts.
Oh boy.
Oh,
when's the last time you took them out and sniffed them?
Oh, no, they've been washed. And John gave me his hat and like two hats, his shorts. And they fit, so I was like, should I wear them? I'm like, no, but I stood, and it says JK in the shorts, and you know John Kingdon, great guy.
Actually, you know what? I apologize. I don't. I know. Don't be mad. I don't.
Hey,
okay.
Stuart, turn your volume up a little, man.
Mine?
Yeah. I thought I'd never say those words, but I could barely hear them.
That's a ball sling.
That's a nose protector, though, right, Stu?
I mean, I have seen people sniffing it before, but yeah.
Hey, Watts says Flores was in the booth, I think, when Stu played.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing what?
He was doing commentary.
I don't think so. I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
Greg Papa and then Flores on commentary.
Local games.
Well, maybe.
Stuart wasn't in the booth. He was on the field, man.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I
on the radio side, yes.
On the radio side, wait, I'm gonna class this up, Stu. It was before you went to that great place in the Midwest called Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember these things.
You know what? You probably don't. What shoe size do I wear?
Whatever size fits the chick.
Whoa.
Talk that shit, Cap. Talk that shit.
Cap.
In a good way. Because if the shoe fits, she's gonna wear it in more ways than one.
Well, if it doesn't
Talk that
fit,
shit, Cap.
Listen, if it doesn't fit, you make it. No, I was looking up. I was talking with hold on here.
Oh shit.
Oh, we lost Stu.
No, he's
here.
he's looking at something on his phone.
I'm here.
Let me see. Everybody in the chat is dying right now, man. Let me see. Commentary after the games, radio broadcasts. Let me see. Might have been radio. Let me see. We got a lot of people in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Man, we appreciate you guys.
What station was what radio station was the games on?
Was it KNBR?
It was for a while, but
yeah. I think in the Bay Area, and again, I apologize too. I live in Florida.
Yeah.
Why do you keep apologizing to me? You didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, well, fuck you, Stu. I live in Florida.
He's got to pay for his sins, okay? He did a lot of shit wrong.
Hey,
don't get me wrong.
Stu, when you come to Tampa, we're going to go out and get something to eat.
So my best friend, Dino and Agnes, my sister used to babysit him. So I've been friends with him since he was 1. And he's the vice president of ticket sales for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And 3 years ago, I went down to Zasparilla. So Zasparilla is like this pirate, like Mardi Gras deal.
Yes, it is.
It was wild, man. It was fun. I have a lot of friends down in Tampa. Good strip clubs.
Come to Tampa, and you guys will get a kick out of this. I've been here since like 2000. I've never seen Gasparilla because I'm always working Gasparilla. I have a gig as a security for a yacht.
What is it?
I do security for a yacht.
Oh.
And they pay me rather well to do this. And I got a chance to dress in my gear.
Be careful.
And I'm like,
oh, arms folded. That's 3
arms folded.
Real gangster shit. Real gangster shit.
He ain't coming on the fucking yacht.
Now, Stuart, if you ever come to South Carolina,
I'll fucking sink that fucking thing. Trust me.
And now, Stuart, if you ever come to South Carolina and you're visiting, I'll take you to lunch, but you probably want to reevaluate your life.
Why?
South Carolina sucks.
Is it? What else? In South Carolina, there's is that Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach.
No, we're 2 hours from there. I'm like in a little town of Pelion. There's nothing here.
This is Coastal Carolina is North Carolina, right?
Yeah, we're in South Carolina, and we're not coastal, nothing. We're like 2 hours inland. And if you ever come here, you probably need to reevaluate.
Hey, real quick. Hold on, guys.
I'm gonna come and I'm gonna sleep in your bed if I come there. All right.
Hey, Jamal Anderson's there too. Hey, hold on, real quick. Let me get this in real quick. Kenneth wants to know. We're gonna get this one question in, and then we're gonna go back to the old school. Okay. Kenneth says, as a longtime fan from 1975, you actually being a Raider, Stu, who is your all-time favorite Raider to you?
Who is what?
Who's your all-time favorite Raider?
I'd have to say Bo Jackson. I like Bo. because I was a running back. I like Jeff Hostetler too.
That was my guy back in the day.
I like Hostetler.
Obviously Lyle Alzado.
Yeah,
my
that's OG's favorite.
I like what's his name? The big motherfucker. That was in the movie with Nick Nolte.
Was that Matuzak?
Yes, Matuzak. Obviously the snake, right? The snake, right? No.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
Snake, right? I got that right, don't I?
Yeah, snake.
So speaking of Jim Otto, so every Monday after we watch film, I'd go in Jim Otto's office and we talk about the old days. Man, the snake was wild. And dude, Jim Otto, man, he talked about going 120 down Harbor Bay Parkway in his brand new Corvette, hammered, flipping that thing, and the cops coming and picking his car up and driving him home. I'm like, man, that's old school right there, dude. I think he said he had a couple of Raiderettes on his arms and stuff. Man, I just bought this Corvette and I crashed it. And during the off season, he'd wrestle. He was a professional wrestler in the off season.
Holy shit!
There you go.
Cruising too.
Kenny Stable. Oh, dude, what am I thinking? Fred Biletnikoff, Willie Brown. Oh, George Atkinson, man. GA's my man, dude. GA is my man.
I love it.
Who else? Who was that quarterback that came out as the redhead kid with a cocaine problem or whatever? Remember him?
Todd Marijuanovic.
They called him Black Sunday.
Yeah, but his problem wasn't him. His problem was his father, Marv.
Yeah, his dad.
His problem was Marv.
What is it?
His problem was Marv.
Oh, Ronnie Lott. He played for the Raiders, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay. 1 year, maybe?
About two.
2 years.
Yeah.
My boy is Kirk Morrison, man. I love Kirk Morrison, dude.
Yeah.
Kirk Morrison.
Kirk's my guy.
When you think of Raiders, man, like I think of Kirk. I mean, living in Oakland, like, dude, he does well. He represents the town well, man. I used to go his high school. Where'd he go? What's the high school there in Oakland? The big one.
Skyline.
Yeah. They used to have a shrimp fry, and I'd go in the off season with him as like a fundraiser for the school, man. And it was always cool, man. Him and my mom, Kirk's mom and my mom were really good friends. They'd go out to like jazz clubs and stuff. So, and Kirk lived right behind me in Alameda. So I love Kirk. There's a lot. God, there's so many great Raiders. Dude.
I met Mr. Morrison. Kurt was playing for the Jaguars after he had left the Raiders.
Yeah.
And he came to the he had his Morrison jersey as a Jaguar, but he had his Raider coat over the top of it because he I mean, obviously he's from Oakland. He loved the nation, and I got a chance to hang out with him. Great guy, supporting his son with the jersey, but he had on his Raider gear over the top of it.
And I'm telling you right now, that's why I remember the first mini camp when I'm in the locker room, I'm sizing guys up like, who's the fucking guy I need to watch out that could take my head off? And you see some of these, they look like a goddamn Greek god, right? And then you go on the field and they just disappear.
Yeah.
Nothing. But then guys like Kirk, and nothing against Kirk, but if you saw Kirk, you're like, he's just, he's big, but he got a little bit of a gut. He's not really cut or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And he's not that fast, but he's a football player, man. Like that dude, man, he was just a dude. What am I thinking? Charles Woodson. What the fuck? I mean, coming from Michigan, man, Charles Woodson was like everything, dude. Like that.
Let me ask you this real quick. Kendall wants to know this. Speaking of the past, any of the players that you played with, previous teams, have they ever talked about previous players in the locker room? Like, was there any did any players you played with know the history? Ever bring up the history of the Raiders?
So, guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but the very first meeting we had as rookies was with Willie Brown, and he pulled up the Raiders history book, and he said, "Guys, put the playbooks down. Don't worry about your football pads and cleats." He says, "First of all, you take this book and you study it, and you know the players that came before you, and you know what made those guys great, and you thank those guys because they're going to come around. the legends are going to come around, and you need to go up and you need to thank them for being a trailblazer and putting up with a lot of shit so that now you can have these facilities and you can have these 401ks and you can have these big contracts. And so that's one thing I always learned. Like, dude, you see these guys, especially at the reunion. I mean, I wanted to know everybody because I did not want to walk up to somebody and not give them the respect that you should give those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told the story of like how embarrassing would it be for me to be on the sideline up in Napa Valley and I got Lester Hayes next to me and I don't even say nothing to him because I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, you know, whatever. I'm doing my own thing. All I worry about is me. And I'm thinking that would be so embarrassing. You know what I mean? Because as a player, there's nothing more. What would be the word?
Humbling
than to have a player come up and say, "Hey, man, dude, I respect your game, man. I watched you, legit, man. Hey, if there's, you know, if I ever have questions, can I contact you?" Like, that's the biggest compliment. That's a compliment.
Turn your YouTube down.
What am I doing?
I heard. Do you have your computer on in the background?
Oh, I thought that was Jack's computer. His you porn in the background playing or something.
I got that on the phone.
There you go. Hey, did you see my name tonight?
Yeah, man, I seen that the other night. I was like, I'm not calling you that, bro.
What?
So you don't see the name down here, but it says, hold on, matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all right now. Watch this shit. This is just pure ignorance in this mother. Watch this shit. Hold on. All right, hold on.
That's a bad what?
Daddy fat sex.
Oh shit, he fell off. Stu will be back on in a second. Stu's fucking crazy, man.
Hey, I like talking to this guy, man.
I love him, man.
Either he loves his Red Bull or he's just high energy.
Stu is Stu is just a good spirit, man. He really is. And he knows the game. That's that when you really get to talking to him. And me and him this season, I told him, I said, we're gonna start breaking down film of these games this year. Because I really want to hear him break this film down. And we're gonna have a ball with that, man. I would love for you guys to come on, man, and listen to and check him out because we're gonna have some fun, man. For real.
Dude, the first time you had him on, I thought he was like Alvin and the Chipmunks on crack, but now it's like I love this guy.
You had the crack right. You just the Alvin shit, it just was wrong. Shout out to my brother Stu, man. I love Stu to death. That is my guy.
Great visit. I appreciate that.
Yeah, his phone must have died. But we'll definitely get him on the next one. Everybody in the comment section, before we get out of here, we're coming up on an hour and a half. I want to know something real quick. We always do this. Who is our next guest? Who is our next topic? I'm sorry. Our next topic.
I got some ideas. I'll just wait for the fans.
Who's our next topic? I mean, everybody's saying Otto. A lot of Ottos in the chat tonight. A lot of Ottos. A lot of Jim Plunkett's. Raider Joe, we're not talking about Timmy yet. We haven't got to the more where we're talking about the past.
Old.
Hey, Liza, we still got to talk Alzado. Right? Alzado. Hold on.
Talk about Stabler. I mean, I'm waiting to see what everybody else says.
Okay, the snake. Okay, Plunkett, snake. 5 Mile Lyle. We already
3 Mile Lyle.
3 Mile Lyle.
We already talked about Lester. We already did Lester Hayes. I would love to do talk about Mike Haynes. That'd be fine.
No, we haven't done Lester Hayes or Mike Haynes yet.
I thought we did Lester.
No, we did Tatum.
We did Tatum. We did Matuzak.
Oh, Cliff Branch. We did Cliff Branch.
We did Cliff Branch. And now we've done Tom Flores.
Ooh, you know what? That's a good one. Hey, Lester, let's do Lester.
Stick 'em.
Let's do Lester. Hey, 2 weeks from now, Lester Hayes, y'all. I would love to do that.
Let's do Lester and Mike Haynes together. And let me tell you why.
That's fine. I love that.
They were the best cornerback duo in NFL history.
Let's do it. Both lockdown corners.
Lockdown. They're locking down shit. They're stealing your shit. This is a fucking robbery.
Okay, so look, Lester and Michael Haynes, y'all, 2 weeks from now, we're going to talk about probably the best secondary ever. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
The best cornerback, the best duo in NFL history. These guys were not locking you down. They were stealing your shit, period.
There we go. Let me ask y'all this real quick. Before we get out of here, one more time, I want everybody to subscribe to both of my brothers' channels, Captain Jack Rackham on YouTube and OG Daniel. Both them links are all through the chat, and they're on the ticker as well. Let me put the ticker back on here real quick before we get out of here.
Hey, bro, did you get to see my video, my preview video?
I haven't yet. Oh shit, hold on.
It's my first video that I've ever done. Like, I did the editing and everything. I'm so proud of it.
I'm gonna go watch that right when I leave here.
It's like I broke my video cherry.
Real quick, any last thoughts on the way out with Tom Flores? I just want to say this. For me to be able to be alive and see this is big. I thought it was going to take 1,000,000 years to get Tom Flores in, which it did. But I thought I wouldn't even be around to see the shit. So it was an honor to be able to see him and see Wood the same night together. That is a blessing, man. Like, for real. Thirsty Schweigert's in the building. But finally, we got one of our GOATs, one of the greatest of all time, to get in, and it's a blessing to see that. OG, any last words on Tom Flores?
Injustice, but finally corrected. This man should have been in decades ago. This man should have been in the Hall of Fame decades ago. I'm just grateful that he got it while he was alive. They screwed Kenny Stabler. They screwed Tatum. They screwed Cliff Branch. I want those guys in, Lester Hayes, Mike Haynes, like all these ancient greats, who's the ones who are still alive, to get it while they're still alive. Because what are they doing? Like, what are they thinking?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm gonna say that as well, and I'm gonna piggyback on something as well. What you guys don't know is that if you go in posthumously, you don't get a gold jacket.
Your family doesn't get to keep that jacket.
You don't get a ring. And I think that, because the Stabler family, because I've spoken with Kendra, I've spoken with Kim, they wanted, they would pay to do, just to have that. And the Hall of Fame said no. And that's an injustice. The fact that the Stablers don't have something like that. The fact that when Cliff will go in, now that they got Drew Pearson in.
Yes.
Okay, now that they got Drew Pearson in, they can't keep him out. Okay, Cliff is going in. Okay, but he's not. His family will have nothing to really, other than knowing that maybe like a small mini plaque or something. But the fact that he doesn't get a gold jacket or a ring is an injustice.
Real quick, we can't forget about our brother Violator either. Our brother Violator just went into the Hall of Fame as well. Shout out to our brother Violator. He will be on the show again soon. Family of the channel, you already know, man. Stu, go ahead, brother. I know you can't hold it in.
I have a question for you. What was Tom's first team he coached?
The first team he coached was actually, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was the elementary school or the team that he was like a teacher for. I think he was a coach there.
It was a professional team.
Buffalo.
Well, when he left the Raiders, he went to the Bills. Before he was the assistant on the Bills.
Before he went to Oakland, where'd he coach?
Buffalo.
No. He went over to try to get a gig. He went to the CFL. He couldn't get in the CFL. He went to the Redskins. He couldn't get into Redskins. I think it was a local team, either the University of Pacific or one of the or the high school team available. I know it was local to him.
In 1958, he coached the Bakersfield Spoilers.
Semi-pro.
Dude, oh, is that what it was? Dude,
Yep.
we need to get a Spoilers jersey, man. Woo.
Okay, I didn't know he coached them. I know he played for them. I didn't realize he coached them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because we talked about that earlier.
Forgive me. That was him as a player. That was the first TV.
Okay. Yeah, that was who he played for. He went from the Spoilers. He went to the CFL. He couldn't catch on with the CFL. He went to the Skins. Couldn't get with the Skins. And he was going to go back and be a teacher when the Raiders said, "Please, we'd like to have you join us and try out." And that's when he went to the Raiders.
Dude, he won 3 Super Bowls.
4. 3 as a coach, 4 and 1 as a player.
Who in the fuck was in the Hall of Fame before him that was a coach?
Bro, crazy.
What the hell? I mean, I think Lombardi and then homeboy for the Dallas Cowboys. Other than that,
he was a player for the Chiefs, and he won a Super Bowl. He was an assistant coach for the Raiders, won a Super Bowl, and then head coach as the Raiders and won 2 Super Bowls. Ditka played and
so did he go in as a coach or player?
He went in as a coach.
Okay. As a coach. Mike Ditka won as a player, a coach, assistant coach, and then a coach. But Tom Flores was the first minority to do it, and he won 2 Super Bowls.
So here you go. Here's the coaches in the Hall. Oh no, never mind. This is. But yeah, okay. George Allen.
There's plenty of coach. I mean, even the Chin just went in this year.
That's some bullshit though. These guys. I mean, George Allen, Paul Brown, Ray Flattery, Joe Gibbs.
He's a Raider.
Alice,
he's a Raider.
What?
He's a Raider.
He's a Raider.
Against him.
He's a Raider.
He is. Oh, I'm sorry. Marv Levy, John Madden, Chuck Noll, Steve Owen, Don Shula, Hank Stram, Bill Walsh.
This guy has 4 rings.
And now I will say this: Marv Levy, I have ties to because of the last name.
I think it's his thing echoing because I can still hear the echo.
Yeah, me too. OG, is it yours?
Did Marv Levy win?
Buffalo. 0. But Buffalo.
Tim Kelly's in the Hall of Fame, right?
I'm pretty sure. No.
Yeah, he is. 0 wins. Plunkett's not in.
Jim Plunkett's not in?
No.
Oh.
No shit.
Bruce Smith, 0 in. Even though Bruce Smith was a fucking monster, but
Jack
Tatum.
Jack Tatum.
What? And
Andre Reed. Andre Reed.
Yeah. Dave Meggett. Oh no,
Thurman Thomas.
That was the Giants.
Thurman Thomas.
The Terminator.
Yeah. Jack Tatum's not in. Cliff Branch isn't in. Cliff Branch changed the damn game.
Did Cliff Branch pass away?
Yes.
Yeah.
When?
Last
2019.
Summer. Last summer.
He would always come to like the summer flag football things, dude. He'd come with all his wristbands on and signing autographs and then hanging out with the Raiderettes. And he was
Cliff Branch was the original deep threat, not in the Hall of Fame.
I was going to say be careful because I thought you were going to say deep throat. Be careful.
No. Original deep threat, not in the Hall of Fame.
Why do you think? Why do you think? Because of the
Because Al Davis beat the piss out of the NFL in a lawsuit, and we've had nothing but bad calls from refs and crap thrown at us.
I'm telling you, some of the calls that in games that we had, I'm like, there was a one where Warren Sapp sacked the quarterback in Kansas City, and they called I forgot what the hell the penalty was. They made up some shit I never heard of. What was it?
Unnecessary roughness.
Do you know how about this?
Quarterback
in San Diego when the receiver number 83 got up and spiked the ball?
Yeah.
And no one touched him, and they gave it back to him.
Right. And you know why? You know why? Because the fucking referee. No. The fucking referee was Kerry. Where is Kerry from? San Diego.
Oh,
wow.
Let me tell you why
See,
the
it's all
rest of
coming
the media
circle.
trash us.
Wait,
Raiders.
what's the Levy connection,
Guts.
Captain?
I'm a Levy.
Oh, are you from Buffalo area then?
No, but my family is from New York.
Okay.
So, and I'm a Levy. He's a Levy. Levy, Steve Levy from BSPN. I said that correctly, BSPN. So, whenever I say it's a Levy thing.
Steve Levy.
Cap, you're from Philly, right?
Originally, as a kid, I'm from Philly. Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't realize. That's his son? Steve Levy's his son?
No, sir. It's just the Levies are such a small tribe.
What is that? What's the history on that?
Well, the Levi tribe of the Israelites. There's like 13 tribes of Judaism, like the Cohens, the Levites, and there's like a couple other ones. But the Levites are like the top tribe. Like, for example, if I ever went to Israel and I was walking around and I said, "Hi, my name is Levy," it would be like a Kennedy walking around Hyannisport getting more ass in a toilet seat. Because
did you say you licked the toilet seat?
Wait.
Good one.
Oh,
good one.
Wait a minute. You don't have a Raiders yarmulke?
Yeah.
I did, and I can't find it.
You need to get you a Raiders yarmulke?
I was going to say,
Nice.
I was thinking that you come from the tribe of Saint Nick somewhere, right? Up in the North Pole?
Yeah, well, that was when I was playing Santa Claus in Guantanamo for 2 years.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know what? Okay, so what
I
Matt
come
said-
from the tribe of Fester.
I'll tell you this, guys. Matt Marinovich here says Raiders versus the world, bad guys of the NFL. I loved going on the road and it just being the 53 guys, the coaches, the trainers, and then 80,000 people just, fuck you and you. Like, there was something about, I loved it. I loved it, man.
Well, Stuart, you know that every time the Raiders play 11 on 22.
Yeah.
It's 11 on 11 plus the officials, plus the 2 officials that are in New York. They're going to fuck you going through the drive-thru, as they would say.
I feel the officials have way too much power, man. They can really like change a whole season. You're talking millions and millions and millions of dollars. Like, look at the Saints with that bullshit call that they didn't have a couple years. Like, dude, referees, and then now where you can suspend a guy, it's a referee's judgment whether or not it was an illegal hit and that guy's out that game plus the next game. Like in college, do they do that in the NFL?
I would have to check with my buddy Ref Guru, myself, and Violator do shows on Wednesday nights on his channel, and Ref Guru is a former NFL back judge. And both him and Violator have had a show, and I've been added on this year for the 3rd year. I was like their special guest last year, but they said, "Hey, we're going to have you come on full time," and I was very honored to do that.
Awesome.
But Ref Guru is an NFL official, and when he says that there's shit that goes on against the Raiders, it's because it's not a conspiracy theory when the man fucking knows.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. I think the referees should start getting penalized and fined for crap calls.
They should. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Hey, Stu, did you see this? Shout out to Kojo real quick on a donation. Did you see this game, Stu? Okay, against the Cowboys, they pulled out an index card against us. Never seen that anywhere. Like, bro, they pulled out an index card to see if it was a first down, bro, and it wasn't, and they still gave it to him.
Yeah, and that motherfucker, Gene Sterators, I even know who the motherfucker is.
Let's go find him.
You don't need He's on the broadcast every fucking week. He's the NFL official on one of the networks. Gene fucking Sterator, who couldn't even spell cat if you gave him a C and a T.
That's
Let's go kick his ass. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go find this guy. And I was going to say, so here's what I heard when I was in Vegas. So get this. So as a player, let's say a team doesn't have enough players to play that week, right? So let's say Kansas City's playing Oakland. Well, too many guys on Kansas City, they're not going to play. They have to forfeit. I heard that not only are they forfeiting, but the Raiders, since they're not playing, don't get paid.
That's true.
That can't be true, is it?
That is true.
Yeah,
that
shit
is true.
right there. The Players Association needs to fight that.
It is true with the new COVID rules, because the NFL has their multi-million-dollar product. They said that if a team can't put forward a team for the game, that both teams will not get paid. The one team that forfeits will have to put out more money, but both teams will not get paid on the forfeit.
And the Players Association needs to fight that and destroy that.
Who's the head of the player? Troy Vincent? Who's the head of our union?
Not sure.
Making $28 million a year. I'm thinking, man.
Yeah, the last time I looked, it was
Who's the head of the NFLpa, because they need to
that's DeMaurice Smith is the person that's in charge of the NFLpa.
Like Gene Upshaw was?
Right, DeMaurice Smith. DeMaurice Smith.
Who is that? Hold on, let me see this dude.
He's the motherfucker that took over when Mr. Upshaw.
JC Treader.
Okay.
It's not DeMaurice Smith?
No, Treader is the NFLpa maybe. Or maybe the Players Associate, but
they need to fight this in court.
DeMaurice Smith, I'm pretty sure is the
DeMaurice Smith.
That's why
you realize that some guys, that's like a $2 million pay cut.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing about unions. You get those guys that are higher up, they get paid off by whoever and do dirty stuff against their own union. If you're not going to fight that, you got paid off.
Well, here's what happened. So I remember our pay in each year, I think was my first year was like $12,000 to be part of the union or whatever. But here's what happens as a guy like, let's say me, and I'm going, man, you know what? If I got up there, I'd do shit right, and I'd do blah, blah, blah. Well, all of a sudden, I'm later on done with my NFL career. I'm in a different part of my life. I get up there, all of a sudden I'm in that room. I'm going, oh, shit, those guys did it. Why can't I get it now? So when they get in that position, that money's hard to say no to. I wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't do it, but it's tough for guys to say no to that.
I was in the communications union years ago, about 21 years ago. I called up my union rep and bitch, like, why can't we fix this? Why can't we do this? And why can't the union do this? He goes, well, dude, you're part of the union.
Yeah.
Get involved. So I got involved and started fighting against some bad cases that the company I worked for were firing people. And I was like, oh, hell no. And I got managers fired. I did all this stuff. All of a sudden, there's people coming across asking me to be their rep because I got this reputation where the management was scared of me. What? The reps above me, one was retiring, the other one was getting to move into her position, and she asked me, do you want to move up? And I was like, no, my fight's on the ground. My fight's down here. I can't help people from up there. I can help them down here. I ended up quitting and moving and going, just thoroughly disgusted.
Yeah, you didn't sell your soul. You didn't sell your soul.
No, because these people were getting bought out by the company to turn their backs on the people they pledged to help, and I was sick of the corruption.
Here's the other thing I don't get. Why did the union vote away the freaking player performance checks? Those were fucking crucial back when I was playing. Remember the player performance?
Yeah.
Dude, like, that was huge. I mean, those, like, if you're a 7th round pick and you become the starter, you're not getting any pay raise. You're still getting paid shit, the league minimum.
Right.
The player performance.
Because somebody got bought out at the top.
Who's the head of the union? Who's the head of the union?
DeMaurice Smith.
I want to see what his annual salary is.
Probably, I would say minimum of probably $3 million minimum. I'm just taking
25 million minimum.
I was gonna say probably in the 15 to 20s. I think. Let's see.
Yeah.
Because Gene Upshaw was making like $4 million, and goddamn, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I was being conservative.
That's okay. I don't know, dude. You got. Hey, listen. Say your shit and own it. Stop apologizing. There you go.
Yeah. Right now, the corruption, basically, corruption's bad.
But you know what, though? Without the union, though, those owners would be taking advantage like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, but without the union bosses,
Cap, $3 million.
Are taking advantage.
Good job, Cap.
$3 million, Cap.
The owners are taking advantage by buying out these bosses. It's corruption, like buying Congress.
Are there only three? Are there only
government is the best government money can buy. You have $5,500, you can buy a Congress.
Oh, dude, that's the thing, man. I don't the career politicians, man. And all they do, they come from old money. That's all. It is.
Yeah, but for $5,500, let me tell you something right now. I got zoning rules, blah blah blah. I go buy that congressman for $5,500 of a donation. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and zoning's told to shut the hell up. That's how it works.
Are you OG? Are you Jimmy Hoffa?
No, I'm Uncle Fester. Look at the fucking picture. My wife told me to grow my goatee back because I look like Uncle Fester.
I see it. If you paint your face white a little bit.
And remember, he needs the light bulb, the old school light bulb.
No, I'm just gonna grow the gottee back, and then I don't have to hear this shit. I thought I looked like Shrek.
You remind me of the guy from House of a Thousand Corpses, the one guy.
I've never seen that movie. So
he passed away now, but he's a badass actor. What's his name?
Enlighten me, because I've never seen it.
You sound like him too.
You got that deep ass voice.
Yep.
Let me see.
No, you need to hear my Vin Diesel voice.
Sid, hey, Captain Spaulding. That's
no, you need to hear my Vin Diesel voice. I can do voices.
Hey, Stu. When we doing it live again, man?
Right?
Oh shit!
That's a scary motherfucker.
Oh, okay, so basically, if you take OG and put my beard on him, you get that guy.
I can't grow it. You know what's funny? Ever since my cancer treatment, my radiation, I can't grow my beard like I used to.
Oh, you're a survivor. You're a cancer survivor.
Yeah, I was fighting radiation. Doing radiation December, January last year.
My wife's an oncology nurse.
No, man, my body hair is gone. My facial hair takes forever. It's weird. But I have to take these anti-hormone shots.
Yeah, dude, because testosterone makes the cells. Yeah, my father-in-law.
Prostate.
And
you
lose your muscle mass. You kind of become.
No, I ain't doing that because I've been taking. I got these giant water jugs I've been lifting, and I water my plants with them, and I refill them and lifting. I ain't playing that game. I saw the side effects, and I'm not playing that.
How big are you, OG? How tall are you?
6'2". Well, I was 6'2". Now I'm 6'1" because my back is deteriorating.
Get on a teeter swing. I have a teeter swing where I go upside down the inversion table.
That's I got room for one in here, man. We're in a single wide. I don't have room for that. I'm just doing these twisty, rocky things in this chair I got, and then cracking my back when I can. I got to crack it today, and it didn't hurt. I got to go shopping, and I was walking around without being in pain. It was nice.
You need to go to an Asian massage parlor and have them walk on your back, man.
I'm not craft, okay?
Damn it! I was going to say that. I know the place.
I'm
it's
sorry,
a Jupiter.
Hey, real quick, guys. Real quick. Shout out to Terrence one more time. Stu's YouTube channel is right here on the screen, you guys. Go subscribe to that immediately. Also, OG's channel is right here.
Oh, yeah.
Go subscribe to that as well. And last but not least, Captain's channel is right here. Make sure to go subscribe to that as well. I got 5 more minutes, fellas. I got to go eat. I'm fucking starving.
What?
Okay.
You were eating before you got on here.
Yeah, I'm still hungry.
What kind of food you got?
My wife made Chinese. Yeah.
So stir fry, or I mean, what'd she make?
She made chicken fried rice. Just a bunch of different shit.
Some wontons?
Yes, actually, she made wontons. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And tonight I made ham and eggs, and I also made French toast. My wife woke up and said, "Nothing sounds good to me." I'm
What
like,
kind of bread do you use?
well, I had bullshit store bread. I'd love to use Texas toast, but I don't.
Yeah, baby. How about you, Jack? What do you like to eat?
Well, I can say that anytime.
Pussy.
I thought that's what he was going to say. I thought he was going to go there.
Being the salty sailor that I am, and there is salt here.
That's your flavor saver, man. That's why I grew my beard out.
Other than wonderful vagina.
Oh.
Other than wonderful vagina, I would say give me my pizza, my lumpia, and my Mexican food.
As he's wearing a Hall of Fame polo too.
You know what?
That's classic.
I can't wait till the weather gets cooler because I want to run my oven and make pernil, arroz y gandules y habichuelas.
What the fuck was that? What's that?
Let me try to figure what. Is that
something about hurrying up?
Pork that Anthony Bourdain, Andrew Zimmern, and Rachel Ray said it was the best pork they ever put in their mouth. Habichuelas.
I had a joke for that. But I'm gonna let you finish.
Red beans and a red sauce and Puerto Rican seasoning, and arroz y gandules is rice
rancho.
No.
I would say this: y'all eat chicharrones. The captain eats chicharrones. Chicharrones.
Hey, guys! I have do I want to divulge it now? I have a good idea for some of the really tight friends that we're becoming. I like hockey jerseys, so I like a Raiders hockey jersey.
Fire.
And we're gonna be. I'm gonna self-proclaim us as the murder gang. Part of Thy Butcher's murder gang. So we're gonna start our own little deal with like the OG Raiders and stuff, and we're gonna make that like an exclusive club that people are gonna be dying to be a part of. All right. So when I get these things up and going.
So and I got now just for purposes so people know, you got to get the ones with the threads. This is my Lightning jersey. I'm a Flyers fan.
Tampa right now, man, with the baseball team, with the NHL, with the
don't say the fucking fake Pirates, Stuart. Well, get it right.
Yeah, I mean, but Tampa's bumping as a. I do like the Sharks too, by the way. Joe Sakic. But no, actually, we go down there. We'll hang out with Mike Allstott. Mike Allstott lives down there.
Yeah, and a great guy, and probably one of the few Buccaneers. And with him, I will say Buccaneers. One of the few Buccaneers that I actually got a lot of respect for is Mike Allstott.
We were just talking about him the other night, saying that he should have been a Raider.
Oh, he would have been.
Are there any Broncos you've ever respected?
Steve Atwater.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so do you guys remember? God, he was a coach. Marvin Melt. No, I don't like John Elway. Him and his horse teeth.
No. That fucker could bite an apple through a tennis racket.
Did you guys see when I was in Denver and there was the Elway's restaurant and I did this?
I did
There's
train
only
with
one Bronco I can't hate.
Tatum Bell was a good friend of mine. He was a good dude.
Yeah.
Tatum Bell out of Oklahoma State.
Running back, right?
Do you remember David Kirkus?
No,
Wide receiver from Grand Valley State, played for the Lions, played a little bit with Denver. Who else from Denver? I don't like the motherfuckers.
I hate those motherfuckers.
I had a rivalry
one that I can't hate.
Nolan. I think it was. I was talking to somebody about this earlier. Who was the center 66 for Denver? He's in like the ring or whatever.
You said 66?
Yeah, it's center. I thought it was.
I was a year old, man.
I don't remember.
I'm trying
Stumped. There's only one Bronco I can't hate.
Ford Bronco?
OJ's Bronco?
Nah. I'm sorry. Nice. I can't hate forehead. Peyton Manning. Because
Peyton Manning's
he's funnier than shit.
But he's a Colt, though. He's a Colt.
Yeah, but if you look at Saturday Night Live, Peyton Manning.
There you go.
Yes.
You will laugh your ass
with
off.
The kids, with the football.
Like, I can't hate this guy.
Yeah.
So Jay Cutler, here's a little background on Jay Cutler. So my roommate, my freshman year at Purdue was John Goldsberry from Santa Claus, Indiana. Well, that's also where Jay Cutler went to high school. And after my freshman year, we drove down to Santa Claus, Indiana, and we had they call it a barn party. And Jay Cutler was there, and I pissed in the corner of his tent. It's pretty sweet.
By the way, Stuart, you were thinking of Tom Nalen.
That's it. Me and him would battle. For whatever reason, we hated each other. And then we're playing in a game, I think it was 2007, and he goes, "Fuck you, Stu, you freaking," and he called me the N-word. And I was like, Derek Burgess turns around and he goes, "Stuart, did he just call you?" I'm like, "Yeah, he did." And I'm like, "You white trash motherfucker, what are you talking about, man? You hillbilly fuck." I'm like, "What the hell?" But yeah, I thought he was kind of an asshole, really, to be honest with you.
Who?
Tom Nalen.
He found it.
You know what's funny, Stuart? You opened my eyes the other night when you were talking about Art Shell.
When you were asleep?
Fuck you. I was fixing my jammed up goddamn.
He was just reading. He had something on the back of his eyelids he was reading.
Oh, shit in your hat. No, he was talking about Art Shell, and it opened my eyes. Like, I was like, damn, I didn't know he was that fucking harsh. And it blew me away. Like, I didn't think he was that.
I mean, you don't know. Like, that's the thing. You don't know where people come from. You don't know how they grew up. You don't know what type of interaction they had with people. And when people get in positions of power, they call the shots, you know, and sometimes they let emotion get ahead of professionalism, you know.
Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. But geez, man, you were telling some stories. I was sitting there fighting with my cigarette machine, trying to unjam it, and I'm sitting there going, fuck.
And that's the thing. If you're a hard ass, be a hard ass, but keep it even. I don't like you do one thing to one person and then something to the other. That's the first way to lose credibility. And if you lose credibility as a coach, there's no way that players are going to buy into anything that you're selling. And that's, I was talking earlier. I always see 2006 was the Raiders' worst team ever. And I'm like, you know, that defense that we had was really good. I mean, number 1 in pass defense, number 3 overall defense. And I'm like, it just gets completely overlooked. You know, everyone just gets lumped into the everybody sucks. And it's unfortunate because if we could have, and I read you the thing I wrote to Derek Carr, right?
Yes.
I just said, if we could have an offense like that, man, it would have been, that's the one thing I wish I just could have had a playoff run with an NFL team, man. I never even got close.
Now,
Stuart, you know what? You're lucky. I got a tryout with an NFL team.
You did?
Okay.
Where? Who?
I played for the Orange County Rhinos, a semi-pro team. We went to the freaking High Desert Classic. I got 7 sacks.
Well, you're a bad motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
6'2", 286 pounds of fucking muscle, and I was fast.
Just pissed off too, probably.
I got 7 sacks. No, I had no fucking idea what I was doing. I never played.
I could see you having a cigarette like underneath your helmet, smoking while you're playing on the sideline.
No, my helmet was under my ass while I sat down. But
you sat on your helmet. That's a no. You can't.
Oh yeah. And this guy comes up to me. We go to the High Desert Classic. I kick ass, which is the Super Bowl of semi-pro.
Where was it at?
Vegas.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm getting off the field. This guy comes up to me and said, "Hey, man, I'd like to see you try out with the Rams." I'm an agent. Or not an agent. He's a scout.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking this guy's full of shit. He hands me this fucking card. It's laminated gold and blue metallic, and I'm like,
cocaine powder on it still from the night before, I'm sure.
No. And I'm looking at it going, oh fuck, this guy might be real. So I call him the next day. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna get you into the Rams camp. All right. So Coach Knox, we had Chuck Knox or Knox was
no, that's right, Chuck Knox.
And I go in there and I'm squirting through the fucking line. I'm fucking doing whatever they tell me. I'm playing.
What's the name of the team again? Sorry, OG. What's the name of the team?
Well, I originally was with the Orange County Rhinos.
Okay.
And then I tried out for the Anaheim LA Rams.
Hell yeah.
So I get in there and I'm playing. Eventually, I'm playing first team. And I'm like, this has got to be good, right?
They couldn't. I mean, dude, your talent couldn't be denied.
Yeah, but then we're running that bare nickel defense, and I got to do stunts. Stunts are fun. Stunts are easy. And I'm cracking the guard and fucking sending him flying and going through. And now the quarterback's mine.
Please tell me that. Is there any film of this? I gotta see this.
I don't know, man. It's from 1992.
It's got. We're gonna
find that shit.
Yeah, we're gonna find that because
good.
I want
It'd be great. But I was doing well, and I'm making cut after cut after cut because back then. They didn't cut in preseason. They cut beforehand. I'm getting through, and I'm hitting these motherfuckers. Then there's this new rookie running back bitch.
Oh, probably from UCLA or something.
I'm going to light this motherfucker up because I'm in that frame of mind.
You have to be.
My brother-in-law's dually around the block and going to the gym 6 hours a day, just working out. I pumped up the 286 of fucking I will kill you. Now I'm going up against offensive linemen that weigh 300 pounds, but bitch, you're 6'7". I'm 6'2". I'm going to physically beat your ass. I get in there, and they got this new rookie running back. They handed off to him like, I'm going to crack this mother.
Break his back. Break his fucking knees.
I'm going to break his neck. And I run head to head with him, and I hear this glass shattering in my head.
Oh, boy.
And I'm on my back. And the next thing I smell ammonia. They're reviving me with smelling salts.
Oh, yeah.
And this running back cracked my fucking skull. My eyes swelled shut. All this shit. His name was Jerome Bettis.
Oh, shit.
I got run over by the fucking bus, and he beat me like a bitch. I should have went for his legs. I should have been smart, but I was all hyped up on me, killing the motherfucker. and made a crucial fucking mistake.
Remember I told you about Mike Allstott? I'm like, dude, I read the scouting report. I'm not taking your ass up high. You chop them big ass motherfuckers down. What are you doing?
I never played organized sports in my life before this. My mother wouldn't sign the papers to let me play.
Did Jerome keep running after he hit?
I got out of the Navy and started playing with no fucking experience, no fucking sense of the game. I just thought I was badass. I got crushed. And then I seen people put him on his ass and realized I'm not tough enough for this fucking game.
Did he keep going?
And that was the end of my shit.
OJ, he kept running?
Did he keep going?
Dude, he was gone. I was laying on the ground.
Hey, Stu,
he likes Jerome Bettis because Jerome Bettis was blowing the
you know what happened, right? You know what happened, right, Stu?
He thumped my skull.
No, you know what happened, Stu, because he's from Notre Dame. You feel me?
I was just
from Michigan.
I was just gonna say, remember, because I know Mr. Schweigert, if I'm not mistaken, Purdue, correct?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. See, I do know some shit. Okay, Mr. Schweigert knows about Notre Dame because he does get a chance to play them like yearly, because I think that's one of the ones that.
So in 2012, they went off the schedule after like 112 years. They're back on this year at Notre Dame. Purdue plays.
Right, but you did play them, is what I'm saying. When you were playing them,
I made my career off of Notre Dame. I had my best. Look, yeah, Irish stewed.
He made sure to send this shit to me today too. You asshole.
Yep, that was my first breakout. I was a freshman. It was my third game down at South Bend, and I intercepted a pass to give the ball back to Breeze to score, and I was on TV. I said, "Hi, Mom." That was like kind of my breakout or whatever. I had great games against Notre Dame. I wanted to go there. Bob Davies recruited me as a quarterback, but South Bend was so. You know, we'll tell a South Bend story sometime, but South Bend was bad.
And again, I didn't look that up. There was no fucking Google. It was Stuart Schweigert, Purdue.
Hold on. The all-time leading interceptor. He has the most interceptions in Purdue history.
And the former record holder was Rod Woodson, and I broke it my sophomore year.
Talk that shit. Let's go.
I did. Hold on. I did have something I was going to say about stat-wise. What was I going to say? No, I had something to say. Goddammit. We were talking about. No, shit. I don't remember. I'm getting all flustered because Jack here is, his beard's intimidating to me right now. I want us to call Jerome Bettis. Listen, I want to get. Let's get Jerome Bettis and OG and reenact that fucking play.
No, that hurt.
See, isn't that why? See that? You know what? Though? You have an appreciation, right? You have an appreciation.
Dude, I want to.
He's getting choked up by it right now.
I want to. Giant. I got smoked. I got beat.
Hey, you know what though? Hey, listen. When we used to watch film and dudes start laughing, like, listen, man, everybody gets got, dude. It happens one time or another, so don't laugh too hard because everybody gets got, dude.
Hey, OG, I'm going to tell your wife now, from now on, I'm going to say, sis, anytime OG gets on your fucking nerves, just say the bus.
Bettis.
No.
Bettis.
Nah. I don't get on her nerves, one. And two, no, I got humbled. Not humbled. I got smoked like a bitch.
You know what, though? It takes balls. It takes balls for you to tell that story, though.
No, I should have went for his legs. I didn't know.
You made a bad business decision, man. You got to read the scouting report.
Shit. I got hyped up on me and fucked up.
You know what? You remind so before games, dude, I would be like fucking like listening to ICP, like freaking crying and shit before games, and some dudes are just reading a fucking newspaper like this, and I'm like, get fucking hype. So I know me and you, OG, we'd be in the corner like headbanging, getting ready to go out there on the field, huh? I used to eat those ammonia tabs before kickoff.
Holy shit.
Dude, I got my ass smoked so bad, I realized I was not bad enough for this game. I'm not badass as I thought I was.
You know what? It was a man's sport, dude. It was, dude.
If I may, I once had aspirations of being a walk-on at the University of Florida. I had played ball in high school, and I was okay. And I thought, I'm going to do this. So I'm walking up fraternity row at the University of Florida, and I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to walk on. And walking down fraternity row my way is a gentleman by the name of Wilbur Marshall. And knowing how
enlighten us, who is that? Hold on, enlighten us, who is that?
Wilbur Marshall?
Yeah.
From the '86 Bears? Apologies. Wilbur Marshall was like all everything in the SEC. Got drafted by the Bears and was on the '86 Bears team as one of the the stalwarts of that defense. Needless to say, Wilbur Marshall walking down fraternity row and me walking up fraternity row, I said, you know what? This ROTC scholarship that I have, I think I'm going to keep it. And I'm gonna do that Navy thing with the ROTC scholarship, and I don't have to worry about getting my ass kicked in the afternoons because I saw what I was coming up against. And it's not that I was chicken. It's just the fact is, I said I got my scholarship from up here, and me having this up here means that I don't have to get my ass handed to me. Do not be busted.
You know what?
Up.
Though, it's good you made that decision because you can't halfway play football. Basketball, you can float around and shoot some threes and blow yourself in the corner. Baseball, you're eating hot dogs during the fucking game and shit. Football, dude, if you're not fully committed, it's too dangerous just to be kind of playing that shit. Like you have to go all in. Like you have to go all in. So Buddy Ryan would come out to practices because obviously Rob Ryan. Buddy Ryan, defensive coordinator of the Bears. I was complimented because Buddy Ryan said that I played and looked a lot like
Gary Fensick.
Who?
Gary Fensick.
The white safety for the Bears?
Gary Fensick.
Yep. I was like, whoa.
Cap knows his shit.
He's in the Hall of Fame, right? He's in the Hall of Fame, right?
No, sir, he is not.
He's not?
No.
So, but I didn't find that out till about a year later when I was talking to Rob Ryan about that, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool, dude. Like, Buddy Ryan's like, he came up with 46 hamburger like that, dude. That defense was disgusting, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Well, Buddy Ryan defense was badass when it was out there.
But that's who the defense was named after. Was Gary Fensick, because Fensick was 46. That's where they got the name of the 46.
And he liked eating hamburgers, so one of the blitzes was 46 hamburger. Yeah, you're right. I'm just telling you, though, that 46 shit, if that running back breaks through, man, again, whoever that free safety is, which I think it was me, man, that's a one-on-one tackling drill, man. Woo.
Hey, Stu, you ever meet Pat Tillman?
I did not. I will say this quickly. Usually every white skilled position before a game, we'd always come up to each other. We would like, hey man, hey, good luck out there, man. Just let's not fuck each other up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
There's only a few of us.
And pretty much, and here's the one thing that was always weird. For whatever, everybody was cool. All I never met Jason Sehorn, but guys like Brian Russell and guys like Tim Dwight and Drew Barnett for the Tennessee Titans, played at UCLA. Drew, what was his name? Cap.
I thought it was Barrett.
Drew Bennett.
Was it Barnett?
No, Drew Bennett. Drew
Bennett. Ricky Prohl. I mean, anyways, the one dude that would never look at me or come up, it's like I even tried to go up to him, was John Lynch. Never once. It was really weird. And I'm like,
well,
damn, I mean,
the Raider Bronco thing though.
But no, this was when he was with Tampa.
Yeah,
Tampa my rookie year, and I'm like, yo, John Lynch, you know, whatever. And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck you and your Stanford bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you. I was just gonna say there's a reason for that.
You're squarehead ass motherfucker. I mean, you're a glorified linebacker. Fuck you, man. I don't.
Yeah.
But everyone else was cool, but for whatever reason, I don't know if maybe I rubbed him the wrong way, or he was. I don't know. I don't know why. It was just really weird because everybody else was always really cool, but for him, he would like literally turn like get the fuck out of there, and I'm like, damn. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Guess what? God made sure.
The same thing. I heard the same thing.
Oh, really?
God made sure to give John Lynch a fucked up life. Now he runs the 49ers. Fuck him.
What the fuck? I mean,
shout out to Emmerich in the chat. Yeah, because he's a Niner fan too. Uh-huh. There we go.
Think of some other guys that were back then that were white dudes. I know that sounds bad, but
what was it? Phil McConkey, who played for the Academy, played wide receiver for the Giants. I might be predating you there, Stu.
Yeah, that's predating me. That for sure. Donnie Looker, Dane Looker was a receiver. Tim Dwight was a badass.
Oh, you got to fuck off, Graphic. I guess Brian you got Finneran, under his skin.
Brian Finneran.
We're talking every position now, right? You're talking about like
no, just receiver or DB.
You never said Atwater.
Atwater was black.
No, not. I mean, what's the white boy name in Seattle?
You talking about? You're talking about Brian Russell?
No, wide receiver.
Weddle. Fuck Weddle.
Eric Weddle.
Fuck Weddle.
You know what? What's the matter with color? Anybody was.
What's that?
Players were players.
I know, but you know what? It's
Steve Largent.
He was a receiver.
That's what I'm talking about. You said receiver, motherfucker, right?
And yes, he is in the Hall of Fame.
But OG, I completely agree with you, OG.
And you know what? Here's the thing, OG is it's a prominent thing though. I mean, that's like for whatever reason, I mean, it's always a thing. Like you're fast for a white dude, and holy shit, you play DB as a white guy, and it's just part of the culture.
Puerto Rican Cherokee, and
Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe was the greatest athlete of all time. Love Bo Jackson, but no, you are not Jim Thorpe, motherfucker.
And again, Jim Thorpe, and I've said this before, Jim Thorpe was so great, they renamed the city of Mock Chunk Jim Thorpe in Pennsylvania.
But Jim Thorpe wasn't just a football player.
Oh, he was a multi-sport, track, basketball.
He was an Olympian. He was Olympian.
He was.
Let me tell you something. The Native American sport of lacrosse. I love rugby. I love football.
Really, lacrosse
if you ever watch rugby, it's a busted running play from start to finish. The best play in football. But lacrosse is the most dangerous damn game and the most violent game in sports.
I didn't know that was Native American.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Iroquois. More Aztecs, though? Didn't the Aztecs play that?
The Iroquois.
The Iroquois? Pocahontas?
And people died during the games when they first started doing it. Now the Mohawk, the Onondaga, all these tribal teams play this sport, and they're the best damn players in the world.
So what's your thought on the Redskins changing the name?
Good.
Good.
It was derogatory.
Did that piss you off?
No. It's a derogatory name. Redskin. Fuck you. Okay? Change your name to Rednecks. Put a beard on them. Make them white. There are half the tribe loves and didn't care. Half the tribe was pissed. Sorry, the Redskins, the Cleveland Indians, that logo was
Chief Wahoo.
They changed it. Next year it'll be the Guardians. It'll be the Cleveland Guardians next year.
Wait, the Chicago Blackhawks is a tribute name.
What is it?
Yes, the Blackhawks in Chicago is the tribute to the Blackhawk tribe of that area. The Florida State Seminoles will never have to worry.
A lion.
Honorable name.
Isn't it?
The Florida State Seminoles will never have to worry about that because they pay the Seminole tribe of South Florida for the use of that name.
Also homage them. No, it's because they homage them with allowing a Seminole chief to come out and throw the fucking spear.
So you like that?
Around. That's honorable.
Oh.
Okay. Never change those names.
I'm trying to think of some
Blackhawks or the Seminoles. But the Cleveland Indians.
Okay, you know what? No, bullshit. And I'm going to tell you there, Daniel, the Indians, okay, were named after Napoleon LaJoie, who is an Indian, and they named their team in honor of Napoleon LaJoie because he played for the Toledo Spiders originally, went over to the Cleveland team, and they named
that their logo.
No, bullshit number two. They got rid of motherfucking Chief Wahoo a couple fucking years ago because that was what was derogatory, was the logo of the Cleveland Indians. They got rid of that because they knew that was fucked up.
To be gone.
It's been gone for several years.
No, it hasn't. It's been
yes, it has.
For a couple years.
It's been gone for several years.
Wahoo is a horrific.
It's a caricature. It's a caricature that's derogatory.
Native American.
And they got rid of it, Daniel, several years ago.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? The Kansas City Chiefs with their tomahawk chop shit. That fucking shit needs to go.
What's wrong with the tomahawk chop?
Because it is a
the Chiefs just need to go. Period. They just need to go. Period. Fuck them.
I was gonna say every fucking team that does this, I can't stand. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Florida State Seminoles, and the Atlanta Braves. Why? Because I'm a Phillies fan, I'm a Gator, and I'm a motherfucking Raider. So every fucking team that does this shit can kiss my motherfucking ass.
Okay,
I'm trying to think like what.
I'm of Cherokee descent. Cut your fucking bullshit. Stop fucking insulting our fucking. You don't even know the name of the fucking song you're chanting.
And I agree, but you know what? I agree, but you definitely need to have the Atlanta Braves buy in. You need to have the Kansas City Chiefs buy in.
Yep.
And until that happens, it's bullshit. Even the Warriors out in Oakland. I'm sorry there, Graphic. The Warriors.
I'm a Kings fan. Look, we good.
Okay, but I'm just saying, all the fucking Oakland teams that came from Philly.
Hey, chill out. Hey, chill out, man.
All the Oakland teams
that
came from Philly. Okay, the Warriors, the Athletics via Kansas City. Okay. I'm just saying that's where they get their teams were from Philly. But I'm saying the Warriors.
That's fire.
Yep.
San Francisco Warriors.
Is that offensive?
Look.
Not to me, they're Stuart, but I don't have any.
There are teams that pay homage, like the Seminoles.
Right, and they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to worry about it because they pay for those rights.
But don't you think though? I mean, do you think that those people, when they thought of those names, really were doing it in a derogatory way?
Hey, hold on. Hey, real quick. Hey, OG, how the fuck do we go about talking about Tom Flores to fucking Indians and how the fuck did that happen?
And Chief Wahoo.
I'm a Cherokee. I'm half Cherokee.
I am too.
I
knew you were my dad, motherfucker. I knew it.
I am your father.
Like I said, man. The only tribe I belong to is the Israelite tribe. So your tribes are different than my tribes. There you go.
Yeah, see, I'm a Viking. I'm from Prussia and the Kingston Giants in the old I can't think of the name of the fucking town, but yeah,
I'm a Raider, y'all. I'm a Raider.
Oh, fuck the Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings, that's bullshit. That dude driving around a motorcycle with his long ass hair and the that's fucking bullshit, man. I want them to change their fucking name too.
That's Sir.
I'm Cherokee and Puerto Rican. We are two native tribes. The
native of
Puerto Ricans are a mixture of their native tribes, Spanish, African black,
Spaniard. As a giant,
the Dutch. We're a mixture. Puerto Rican is not a race. Puerto Rican is an islander who comes from several different races.
I thought they come from Puerto Rico.
Taino Indians, Spanish, Dutch, and African slaves. We are what we are.
I'm great.
The Cherokee side, my
I'm
mother's
side, badass motherfucker. I know that.
Talk that shit, Stu.
Is Cherokee. The land I live on right now, these people think they're the owners. You're just thieves.
Hey,
well, let's go find those guys then. Let's go find these motherfuckers that are stealing shit.
They stole it in the 17 and 1800s.
On that in time, let's get fucking Marty McFly.
I'm also part Irish.
Hey, on that weird ass note, I'm about to go lay down. So
it was just getting good.
No, we can get back on this. It's 12:30 where Cap is right now.
Friday.
Look, man, Stu, everybody don't stay up till 6 a.m. like you, Stu.
Hey, Jack, me and you can hang, bro.
Stuart, it's been wonderful having you on the show. Obviously, Graphic, it's always a pleasure. Daniel is a part of pretty much all the shows I do, so it's good to see him when he comes in. It's always a pleasure. Stuart, get my contact information through Mr. Graphic and give me a shout.
Yeah, we need to all get on some type of texting chain or something, man. Just communicate or something.
I got everybody's number. I'll set it up.
The only unfortunate thing is, and I tell people this, is that when I go to work during the day, I'm in a military facility, so I am away from everybody for like 10 hours because I have no phone. My access to the internet is like minimal to none. So that's why, I have to come in hot and do things when I can, because my job, I can't have use of. I don't have fucking Clinton clearance.
Did you work on Project Blue Book? Did you work on Project Blue Book?
Sir, I don't know what Project Blue Book is.
You lying motherfucker.
Jack, you got to understand this, my brother. I try to read everybody's chat. I try to do all that, but when there's 4 people talking, brother, it's hard to stop everything what I'm doing, brother. So, hey, if you donating to the channel, I appreciate that, but you should do that because of the hard work motherfuckers is putting in. I can't answer every question, my brother. That should be just for support. You feel me? If you don't want to do that, just don't send no more money, my brother. It's good. I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, bro, I can't read every comment. I can't try to talk over my guys. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Support it or don't. You feel me?
And I need to hang out together again, man. This was eye-opening.
Unique.
It was different. And I like that. And that's what we need. We need different shows and different things, man. So I have fun. If we weren't on 2.5 hours right now, I'd be like, come on, let's go another hour. But I ain't got it in me, man.
Damn. 2.5?
Yeah, 2.5. Straight up. But hey,
all these guys acting like they're on crack and we're all drinking.
Hey, but Stu, hey, bro, I'm gonna actually call you before I go to sleep. So answer the phone because I gotta run a few things by you.
Who?
You.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, I appreciate you guys. In 2 weeks, we're doing another show, and we're doing it about Lester Hayes and who else?
And Mike Haynes. Mike Haynes. Mike Haynes.
I'm gonna call you too, man. I'm just stalking.
And Lester Hayes. Well, there we go. Hey, on that note, man, I had a ball tonight, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'm gonna see y'all soon. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys for always showing up and showing out. And like I said, to my guy, man, it's no shade, brother. You already know I love you to death. It's just, hey, I can't answer every single question. I try to get as many as I can. When it's 4 people on, it's very tough. But I appreciate you guys, man.
Next
love
time
y'all,
we
nation.
do this, hey, yo, next time we do this, we gotta answer more questions in the chat. I want those people involved big time.
Yep.
Most definitely.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I'm out.